Just here.
Well, we've got Mr. Goodrich. We're good. I'm just gonna go back on the record. There he is. All right. We are back on the record. All counsel are present in the courtroom. Unless there's any matters, may we call in the jurors? Did you change the?
Yeah.
Or leave some. May I bring in the jurors?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
The jurors, please. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Good afternoon. You may be seated. Counsel, your next witness.
Thank you. The people call Andrew Watson Sr. to the witness stand, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Have a seat. Pull the chair right up to the microphone. When you are comfortable, please state and spell your name for the record. And Brian, we might need to put that chair up a little. Yeah, are you comfortable like that, sir? Or you want to put the chair, we can raise the chair a little bit?
Yeah, all right.
You sure? All right. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Andrew Watson. Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-W, Watson, W-A-T-S-O-N.
All right, I need you to keep your voice up. If you hear an objection, do not answer the question until I make a ruling. Please use words that can be found in a dictionary, like yes or no rather than so we make a good record. And let counsel finish their questions before you jump in and answer, and they'll do the same. So we only have one person talking at a time. If you need a break, please let me know, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. You may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Watson, how old are you, please?
71.
And what is your date of birth?
9/12/54.
Mr. Watson, are you currently employed or retired?
Retired.
And from where are you retired?
General Motors.
How long did you work for General Motors?
30 years.
Sir, I want to direct your attention, please, to January of 2021. Do you remember that time?
Yes.
Sir, were you a resident of the city of Lansing in January 2021?
Yes.
Did you live in a house or an apartment or something else?
House.
How long had you lived in that house in Lansing as of January 2021?
The one on me. Is that house I was there for? I've been there, what, 31 years, almost 32 years.
Very good. And who did you live with, please, in January of 2021?
Yes.
And who did you live with?
So what now?
Yeah, who did you live with in January of 2021?
My wife, Ottilia Watson.
All right, thank you. All right, sir, I want to show you a photograph that's been admitted into evidence in this case as People's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize all the persons in that particular photograph, sir?
Yes.
All right, this gentleman right here was identified as you, is that correct?
Yes.
And this lady here, is that your wife, Ottilia?
Yes.
And which one of your daughters is that?
Her name, that's my oldest daughter. Her name is Andrea.
And which daughter is this, please?
That's Antoinette.
And which daughter is this?
That's Janae.
And tell me who this individual is right here.
Andrew II.
All right. So Andrew Watson II was your son, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
And what was Andrew Watson's date of birth, please?
February 23rd, 1982.
How old was your son Andrew when he disappeared in January of 2021, sir?
What? 39.
38?
38.
That sound right? Okay, very good, thank you. I want to talk a little bit about your relationship with Andrew. Can you describe for the jury, sir, what type of relationship did you have with your son, Andrew II?
Yep, we had a very good relationship. Anything I needed, anything I want done, he's right there. He came to visit all the time. I got a little man cave. He come out there and sit in my little man cave with me. We just talk. Yep, we had a good relationship.
All right. How often do you think you would see Andrew in January of 2021?
We see him, he come to the house every other day. I see him all the time.
All right. Apparently, your wife had some sort of surgery between January 5th and January 11th of 2021. Is that correct?
Yes,
And she described for us that Andrew came over frequently during that period of time. Do you remember that?
yes,
Was it usual that Andrew might help you and your wife with things around the house?
yes.
Okay.
Anything.
In terms of family time, did you spend holidays typically with your son, Andrew?
Yes.
What type of relationship did Andrew have with his siblings, the other young ladies we see in this photograph?
Had a very good relationship with his sisters. Yep.
Right. How would you describe your family, sir? Was it a close family?
Yes.
All right. So I want to jump right into a specific date, and that date is January 11th of 2021. Do you remember that date, sir?
Yes.
Was that the last date that you saw your son, Andrew?
Yes.
All right. So I want to talk a little bit about what happened. Where did you see your son, Andrew, that last time on January 11th, 2021?
He came to the house to, came to visit his mom.
Do you know what time of day Andrew came to the house that day?
I don't know exactly. It wasn't dark. I know that much. It was, I'd
So-
say 5 o'clock. I don't know exactly what time it was now.
So just a normal, regular visit,
Yeah.
correct? Sometime on the afternoon of January 11th, 2021?
Yes.
All right. Do you know how long, or do you remember how long Andrew stayed at your house that day, sir?
Couple of hours, maybe, somewhere up there. I don't know exactly.
All right. Sounds like it was just a normal visit that you may not have been keeping track of. Is that correct?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Now, sir, on that day, did there come a time when your son actually left that day?
Yes.
All right. When your son left that day, did he plan to do anything for you and your wife when he left that day?
Well, I knew we were gonna pick something up for my wife. Yeah, some kind of juice she wanted that we didn't have at the house. And then I texted him later. She texted him up and told him I wanted him to pick up me something, which was some bologna, beef bologna.
All right,
So
very
that's
good.
it.
All right. When Andrew came to the house that day, sir, was he alone or was he with someone else?
He by himself.
And when you saw Andrew that day, did he appear to be healthy and normal?
Yes.
And was he acting normally that day?
Yes.
All right. So Andrew left on the 11th and with the promise that he would get some sort of items for you and your wife ultimately, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Would it be unusual that Andrew wouldn't come back the very same day if he was picking up items for you and your wife?
No, normally he's come back.
All right.
Yes.
Now, sir, the next day, or let me ask you this, on January 11th, did you see Andrew that day again? Did he come back to the house?
No.
Let's go into the date now, the 12th, which has been identified as Tuesday, the 12th. Did you see Andrew on the 12th anytime?
No.
All right.
I don't think I did.
Do you know if you reached out to him on the phone or by text on the 12th?
No. When I do, I usually call him.
Do you know if you called him on the 12th?
No, I don't think I did.
All right, let's go into the date of the 13th, which would be Wednesday. Had Andrew returned to your house by that time?
Nope.
Okay, did you find that to be unusual or odd at that point in time?
Yes.
Tell us why.
Yep. Like I say, he's always there. He's always around. Believe he'll come back or call back or something.
Did you and your wife at some point in time start to become concerned about Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, when did you start to become concerned and why?
After a couple of days, because we hadn't heard from him.
All right,
Hadn't seen him.
when you became concerned, who, if anyone, did you and your wife reach out to see if they knew where he was?
I knew this girl, what her name? She's in here.
Is it Latara?
Yeah, Tara is her name, yes.
All right, what was Andrew's relationship to Latara?
Well, I don't know what they going together with, but I know they were friends. I know he used to be around her all the time, so he brought her to the house before.
Who reached out directly to Latara? Did you or did your wife?
Probably my wife.
All right. And did your wife express some concern that she didn't know where Andrew was?
Now, yes, I'm more likely, I don't really remember, because like I say, I probably wasn't sitting right there under her at the time, but I know she would come over to the house all the time.
Gotcha. All right. So did there come a time when you and your wife heard back from Latara that she had not seen him either?
Yes,
Objection, Your Honor, they're calling for hearsay from his husband at this point.
All right, well, I can rephrase the question
Thank
because
you.
I'm going to be offering it for a non-hearsay purpose, okay?
Okay.
Sir, did there come a time when you felt it was necessary to make a missing persons report on your son, Andrew?
yes, we did.
Can you tell the jury all the reasons why you decided to make a missing persons report on your son, Andrew?
As I was saying, at first, Tara came by the house and was saying something about she hadn't seen Bubba, well, we call him Bubba, but Andrew. And so me and my wife decided to go down, we still hadn't seen him in a couple of days, so we went and made the report.
So the missing persons report that you filed, was that based on the fact first that Andrew had never come back with the food that you requested from him? Was that one of the reasons?
Yes,
Was it also based on the fact that you and your wife had called and texted him, but he never got back to you?
yes,
Was it based on the fact that you couldn't get in touch with him?
yes,
And was your decision also based on something Latara told you that she couldn't get in touch with him either?
yes.
All right, I want to direct your attention now to January 16th of 2021, which would be 5 days after you last saw your son. What did you do to report Andrew missing, please?
We went down to the police department and explained to them that we hadn't seen our son, and that was unusual.
All right, and did you make a police report? of
Yes,
him?
we did.
And who did you make that police report to?
I think it was the lady sitting right there.
Let me ask you this, when you made the report, did the person have a uniform on or not have a uniform on?
No, I don't think she had a uniform.
All right, so you did make that report. Do you recall where you made that or at what police station?
It's the one police department on right off of Wise Road, I think. That's what it is.
At the Lansing Police Department Operations Center on Wise Road?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Sir, do you remember the last time you saw your son, the last minute that you saw your son? On the
Yes.
11th? Tell us how that was. What was that interaction like between you and he when he said goodbye?
Yep, he going to the store or something.
All right, did he say goodbye to you?
Yeah, he always say bye, because he said, I'll see you later, something on that line.
How did he say goodbye to you that day?
He always give you a hug. He said, all right, Pops, I'll catch y'all later. You say something like that.
All right. After your son left the house on the 11th of January, 2021, have you ever seen your son ever again since that date, sir?
Wow.
Have you ever heard from your son after that date, sir?
That's it.
Has your wife seen or heard from your son after that time you left your house on the 11th?
No,
Have any of your other daughters heard or seen from their brother?
no,
Has anyone close to your family ever seen or heard from your son again?
no,
It's been 5 years since your son disappeared, correct?
correct.
And has his body ever been recovered, sir? Thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross.
Afternoon, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, how often did you speak with your son on
All the time.
was that kind
Quite a
of
bit.
every day or kind of every other day or?
But I say at least 3 times a week, he gonna come over to the house.
Okay.
So I'm off.
And did you, what type of things did you discuss with him?
So what?
So what type of things did you routinely discuss with him?
See, I'm wearing these hearing aids, man.
Oh,
That's why
I'm sorry.
man, I'm not used to these things.
Okay, all right, so did he talk to you about his children and?
Yeah, they used to be with him a lot when he come.
Okay,
Yes.
did you talk to him about his dating life very often, or was that something he kind of kept to himself?
No, we didn't talk about his life.
Okay,
It,
that's fine, that's fair. And did you ever go to the casino with him at all? With
I
Andrew?
think I went to the casino with him personally just once, I think that he.
Just one time? Okay. Did he pay for your time there, or did you just kind of each spend your own money?
No, I spent my own money.
Okay. And when Andrew came over on the 11th, was he carrying a large amount of money on that date? Do you recall?
Well, he had money. I know that. That's something else. He always had money.
Was it routine for him to have a fairly large amount of cash on him?
Nope. No, sir.
Did it concern you at all that day when he was carrying a large amount of cash?
Yeah, I didn't like it, but see, I knew he always had money.
Okay,
So
so,
all we be getting on about having so much money with him a lot. Yeah, I've done that before, said that before.
okay, and why did that concern you, I guess?
That's what banks are for. You know, I said, why don't you put your money in the bank or something? I used to hope keep some money sometime.
Okay. You stated that you worked for GM for 30 years, correct,
Yes.
and retired from there?
Yes.
Did Andrew II work any type of kind of full-time job like that, or at that business or another business, or?
No,
Do you know where he was getting his large amount of cash at that time?
well, I know he used to gamble. Now that I know, that's all I know why he get money.
Okay, so you knew about gambling, but you didn't necessarily ask questions about other things?
Right.
And when he showed up that day, did you get a look at his car outside?
No,
No, okay. So you didn't notice any damage to it or anything along those lines?
no, I didn't see nothing wrong.
Did he seem like he had been injured or anything along those lines when you met him that day?
No,
Now, you stated that he was gonna go to the store to get some juice and bologna for you and your wife, correct?
right.
Were you expecting him to come back on the 11th?
Yes, I thought he was gonna come back.
Okay, and then he didn't come back on the 12th at all either?
No, he didn't.
And then you never heard from him. Did you hear from him at all on the 12th, like a call or
I did.
anything?
No,
No, okay. And then it was a couple days later when you started getting concerned about having not heard from him?
right.
Did you ever meet Willie James?
No,
Did your son ever talk to you about Willie James?
nope.
Thank you. There are no further questions at this time.
Redirect.
I have no redirecting.
May this witness be released from subpoena?
Released from subpoena and allowed to remain in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your time and testimony. You are released from subpoena. Please do not discuss your testimony with any other witness, and you're allowed to watch now, but please do not discuss anybody's testimony with them. After the trial is over, you can discuss whatever you wish. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Thank you very much. You may step down.
All right, thank you. The people call Latara husband to the witness stand.
Afternoon, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth on the penalty of perjury? Thank you. Put your hand down, have a seat, pull the chair right up to the microphone. Feel free to adjust the microphone so you can speak comfortably into it. When you are ready, please state and spell your name for the record.
My name is Latara Husband, Latara, husband, HUSBAND.
Thank you. Please say yes or no words that can be found in a dictionary rather than nodding or saying, Like counsel finish their questions before you jump in and answer, and they'll do the same. So we only have one person talking at a time. If you hear an objection, do not answer the question until I've told you whether or not you can. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you need a break, let us know.
Okay.
Counsel?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Husband. Thank you for your patience being here today. Ms. Husband, can you tell the jury, please, how old are you?
I'm 36,
And what is your date of birth?
8/28/89,
How long have you been a resident of Lansing then?
my whole life.
I want to direct your attention, please, to the date of January of 2021. And I want to ask you, did you know a person back in January of 2021 whose name was Andrew Watson II?
Yes.
How did you know Andrew Watson II back in January of 2021?
We were in a relationship and then we became friends.
How long had you known Andrew Watson prior to January of 2021?
Like 7 years.
So I want to talk a little bit about the relationship that you did have with him. It sounds like you were in some sort of a romantic relationship with him at one point. Is that right?
Correct.
Can you tell us when that started, please?
I cannot recall. at the moment.
Well, that's okay. A little nervous being up here?
Yeah,
All right, you're fine. Dates are nerve. I understand dates are, times are tough when you're nervous. All right. The length of your romantic relationship, though, was about 7 years. Is that correct?
correct.
Do you know when you had broken up prior to January of 2021? About how long?
Maybe like a year or two prior.
Okay. So sometimes people break up and they don't get along with one another. It sounds like that wasn't the case for you and Andrew, correct?
Correct.
What was your relationship like, even though you weren't romantic together with each other?
He was like my best friend.
Did you have a nickname that you called Andrew?
I did.
And what was Andrew's nickname?
Squirrel.
Skrill? Is that Skrill?
Yes.
Did Andrew also have the name Bubba that he went as?
Yes.
All right, but you picked or you called him Skrill, is that correct?
Correct.
Do you know if other people called him Skrill also or just you?
Yes, other people did.
All right,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your answer.
Yes, other people did.
in fact, most people outside of his family would call him Skrill, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, very good. So now, back in January of 2021, ma'am, you had children, is that correct?
Yes.
How many children did you have?
3.
Was Andrew close with any of those children, understanding that you two had broken up?
Yes, my daughter,
Your daughter, okay. Would that be your oldest, middle, or youngest daughter?
my youngest.
Your youngest? Okay. What type of a relationship did Andrew have with your youngest daughter?
He was her dad.
I'm sorry.
He was her dad to her.
He was, so he had a father-like relationship with her?
Yes.
He was not her biological father,
Correct.
but he had that type of relationship with her?
Yes.
Could you describe for us, please, how did that relationship work? Why was it kind of a paternal relationship that he had with her? How did he treat her?
As his daughter, he watched her crawl, walk. He was there like the whole time since I had her.
All right. How often did you see Andrew in January of 2021 or the weeks leading up to that?
I saw him once in January.
Typically, how often would you see him though?
Every day.
Almost every day leading up to that? Okay.
Yes.
When you would see each other every day, why was it that you would see each other every day?
He would come over to see me, he would come see my daughter.
So it sounds like he continued to spend time with both you and your daughter long after you broke up. Is that correct?
Correct.
Was Andrew sort of an everyday person or a daily person in your life leading up to his disappearance in January?
Yes.
Okay. So in January of 2021, did Andrew have a cellular phone?
Yes.
Do you know if he had more than one cellular phone or just one cellular phone?
More than one.
How many typically did Andrew carry?
4, 3 or 4.
3 or 4 cellular phones? Okay. As you testify here today, and I expect I know what the answer is, but do you know the exact numbers of all of those phones?
I do, but I don't know them like off by heart, but I have them in my phone.
You do? Okay. Did you have a particular number that you used to call Andrew, or did you call him or contact him on all 3 of those phones?
I call it every phone.
So if you could get him on one number, would you call him on other numbers?
Correct.
Was that typical that Andrew would carry as many as 3 or 4 cellular phones?
Yes.
All right, so I want to talk specifically about the date of January 11th, 2021. And did you have some sort of contact with Andrew on that day, Monday, January 11th, 2021, ma'am?
Yes.
Could you tell us what type of contact you had with Andrew on January 11th?
He came over to visit me and bring me some money, my daughter, and just to see me before he was gonna go, he was gonna go,
Okay,
Before he was gonna go away.
where he wasn't.
all right. So let's talk a little bit about that. Do you know what time of day he came over to see you that day?
I can't remember the time,
Was it morning or afternoon?
later in the afternoon, like evening.
This was a social visit?
Yes.
Do you know how long he stayed that night?
No, I can't recall.
Did he spend time with your daughter during that visit?
Yes,
Do you know what he did with your daughter during that visit?
we just hung out for a while.
Would that be typical that they would hang out like that sometimes?
Yes.
Okay, you're shaking your hand knowingly that they hang out a lot.
Yeah.
What kinds of things would they do together?
You can take her to go shopping, you can take her to the store to get candy. You actually do whatever she asks.
All right, sounds like she had him wrapped around her finger.
Yes.
All right, how old was she again at the time?
At the time, she was 7.
Did you spend time with Andrew when he came over on the 11th?
Yes.
What did you guys do together that day, if you recall?
He like asked me for a hug. I gave him a hug. He tried to rub my feet. Normally I don't let him rub my feet, but I did that day. And then we left.
All right. Can I ask you a question? Who broke up with who? Did you break up with Andrew or did you break up with him?
I broke up with him.
All right. Sounds like from what you're telling me, maybe he wanted to continue a romantic relationship with you.
Yes, kind of, yeah.
All right. But whatever it was, you were certainly friends at that time.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing you told me was that he provided you with some money that particular day in January 11, 2021. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Do you know how much money he gave you?
No,
Would that be out of the ordinary or ordinary that he gave you money?
ordinary.
Why did he give you money?
Food, get us stuff, shoes, clothes, whatever,
Was that money for you? Was it for your daughter or for both of you?
both of us.
The money he gave you, was it cash money?
Yes.
Did you see how much cash Andrew had on him on January 11, 2021?
No.
All right, when Andrew came that day, do you know how he got to your house?
He drove.
Did you see what vehicle he was driving?
No.
Did Andrew own a vehicle in January of 2021?
Mm, I can't.
But your understanding was that he drove to your house?
Yes.
And when he came, was he with anyone or was he alone? When you observed physically Andrew, terrible question. When you observed Andrew physically that day, anything out of the ordinary, or did he seem normal physically?
So normal, physically.
And what about his demeanor? Did he seem normal? Did he seem happy or anything going on?
Mm. He just seemed like he had to go somewhere.
He hit a what?
He seemed like he had to go somewhere.
All right. I want to offer this to you in terms of what Andrew's intention was that night, where he was going. Did Andrew tell you where he was going to go or planning to go on the night of January 11th, 2021?
Yeah.
Where did he tell you he was going to go?
I was like, no, play poker.
In the time that you were with Andrew, did you ever know him to go out and play poker?
Yeah.
How did Andrew make his money?
When he was with poker.
Winning with poker?
Yes.
Throughout the time that you were with Andrew, how often would he go out and gamble?
A lot.
Do you know who specifically he would gamble with? Who specifically did he gamble with?
Willie.
And do you know what Willie's last name is?
James.
How long had Andrew been gambling with this person that you've identified as Willie James?
My knowledge maybe. A year or so.
Had you ever been present when Andrew and Willie James were gambling together?
Yes.
How many times have you been present when Willie and Andrew would be gambling together?
Multiple.
Multiple, more than 5 or less than 5?
More than 5.
the times that you were watching Andrew and Willie gamble, who else was involved in those gambling activities? Anyone else? Just the two of them?
Just those two and me.
I'm sorry,
Just those two and me.
would you be gambling as well?
No.
So you would be present, but they would be gambling, correct?
Right.
Where did those gambling games take place, please?
Mm. Sometimes at auntie house, sometimes with Willie.
Sometimes at Auntie's house, and do you know what Auntie's real name was?
I can't recall it.
That's okay. Do you know where Auntie lived?
Yes,
Where?
Georgetown.
How many times do you think you had actually gone over to Georgetown and observed Willie and Andrew gambling together?
2 or 3 times.
And you said they also gambled at Willie's house?
Yes.
And where was that located, please?
Vincent or Vincent.
When you were there watching them gamble at Vincent Fort, was anybody else present other than you, Willie, and Andrew?
No,
How many times do you think you had been there when they gambled at Vincent Court?
maybe once or twice.
Okay. When they would gamble one-on-one with each other, were you aware of how much money would be involved in the games that they would be playing?
Yeah,
How much?
10 to 20,000.
10 to 20,000? And ma'am, the times that you were present, looks like you described anywhere from 3 to 5 times. Who would typically win those games? Would it be Andrew or would it be Willie or both?
Andrew,
Do you recall what's the most you ever observed Andrew win in the times you were present from this person you've named Willie James?
22,000.
When did you observe Andrew win $22,000 from Willie?
October 2nd, 2020.
October 7th of 2020?
Yes.
Okay, very good, thank you. Other than gambling together, do you know if Andrew, at least when, to your knowledge from being with Andrew, when Andrew and Willie were together, did they have any other relationship other than playing cards with each other?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did they appear to be social friends or anything like that?
No, they just play poker.
Do you know if Andrew was related to Willie in some fashion?
Not really, but like through a kid or something. I don't know.
Through a cousin, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. And what did Andrew call Willie, please? Have you ever heard him referred to by the name Unc?
Yes.
All right, so I want to get off that and I want to talk back about January 11th, 2021. There came a time after Andrew had visited that day that he left your house, Ms. Husband?
Yes.
Okay. When were you planning to next see Andrew?
Repeat that, please.
Sure, when he left that day on the 11th, did you have a plan with him when you were going to next see him? What's the next time you're planning to see him?
I was supposed to see him Friday.
On Friday the 15th?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of Friday the 15th?
I can't recall.
Oh, that's okay, but you knew you were going to go meet him on the 15th, man? Okay. When Andrew left that night to go play cards, did he say anything to you about you accompanying him or anything like that, or was he just leaving on his own?
Yes, he wanted me to go with him, but I couldn't. I had to work.
So when he left, he wanted you to accompany him to go play cards like you had done in the past, but you couldn't because you had to work. Is that all accurate?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I want to move forward now to the 15th. In between the 11th, when Andrew left, and the 15th, when you were supposed to next see him, did you see Andrew between that time from the 11th to 15th?
No.
Did you receive any phone calls or text messages from Andrew during that period of time?
No.
Did you talk to him in any way between the 11th and the 15th?
No.
Did there come a time when information was brought to your attention that people were looking for Andrew?
Yes.
Tell me about that, please.
Friday, Aquilina called me.
So this would be Friday, January 16th?
Is that the 15th or the 16th?
Let's see, let me figure it out so I don't goof it up. Monday, the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Friday would be the 15th. So you're correct, 15th, okay? So Friday, someone called you. Who was that?
Christina.
And who's Christina?
Christina's his girlfriend.
Did you have a relationship with Christina?
I did.
Okay, what was your relationship to her?
We were friends.
Friends? And you knew she was involved with Andrew?
Yes.
Where was Andrew living in January?
With her.
With Christina?
Yes.
Okay. So you received a phone call from Christina on Friday, the 15th. Is that all accurate?
Yes.
As a result of receiving information, Christina, did you begin to do something?
Yes, I began to look for him.
Okay. Understanding that you began to look for him, what did Christina tell you that caused you to look for Andrew?
She said we can't find the squirrel and he's not answering his phone.
Andrew's mother testified this morning and she said when they need to find Skrill or when they need to find Andrew, they call Latara, right? So sounds like Christina did the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do to start looking for Andrew, please?
I started calling them and I drove around the places that I knew he'd be, see if they saw him.
Did you call all three of his phone numbers?
I did.
What happened when you called his phone numbers?
It went to voicemail.
And then you physically got in your car and started going places?
Yes.
Can you tell us exactly where you went, please?
I went to Auntie's house. I went to this guy I forget called Aunt or Cousin. I can't remember actually like where I went.
How many places in total do you think you went looking for him?
Actually, I went by this girl named Liliana's house. I went by. I forget the lady name, but it was like behind Speedway on Cedar.
Had any of the people that you visited had any contact with Andrew?
No.
When you went to Auntie's house, is that over at Georgetown?
Yes.
Was that person that we know as Auntie, was she over there?
Yes.
And did you talk to her that night?
Yes.
And did she provide some information to you about the evening of the 12th and gambling?
Objection, he is calling for hearsay statements at this time from this woman.
I think that's a fair objection. I'll withdraw the question, okay?
Thank you.
Let me ask it this way generically. When you talked to Auntie, did she provide you with information without telling us what that was? Did she provide information to you about the events of the 12th?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When you went to these various locations that you've described, 5, 6 locations, did you go alone or did you go with anybody else?
Went with Christina and Mackenzie,
And who's Mackenzie?
a friend of Skrill's.
When you went to all these locations, were you able to find Andrew?
No.
Were you able to find anybody who knew where Andrew was?
No.
Was Andrew picking up his phone or having any communication with any of you?
No.
Okay. So after you went to all these locations, tell me what the next thing you did was to look for your friend Andrew, please.
I contacted his mom.
Is this the same day on the 15th or was it the 16th? If you know.
I can't recall if it was the same day or the next day, but I think it was the next day because when I got done looking for him, it was kind of late. So I know I didn't contact her that late. I don't think I did.
Okay. So whether it was the 15th or 16th, you know that you contacted Andrew's mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And after you contacted Andrew's mom, did you do that, first of all, did you do that by phone or did you go in person?
By phone, I'm not sure. I think I might have by phone in person, maybe both.
Okay. Did you ever go over to Miss Watson's or Mrs. Watson's house while you were looking for Andrew or to give her some information?
Yes.
Okay. When you went over to her house, do you recall who you were with when you went over to her house? I'm sorry?
No.
Okay. So when you got over to Mrs. Watson's house, you provided her with the information of your investigation so far that you described, is that right? Okay. And what did you do when you got to her house that day? Who did you make contact with?
Repeat that.
When you got to Andrew's mom's house that day, who, if anyone, did you make contact with?
His mother.
Who, if anyone, did you call when you were over there?
Can't recall.
All right, let me ask you this way. At any point in time, if ever, did you call this person that you name identified as Willie James in connection with looking for Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, do you know when that was that you called Willie James on the phone?
No, I don't remember when I called him. I think it was Saturday.
All right, when you called Mr. James on the phone Saturday, where were you when you called him, please? Okay, you don't remember if you initiated the call from your house or Mrs. Watson's house or where you were?
Correct, because I think I called him.
Called him more than once. Did you ever actually speak to Willie James in connection with his interactions with Andrew earlier in the week?
Yes.
And was that by phone? All right. Do you remember where you were when you actually spoke to Mr. James on the phone?
I was in Georgetown at the office.
And what day was that? That's my point. So it would have been after you found out Andrew was missing on the 15th, sometime either the 15th or the 16th?
Yes, it was after that. I can't recall if that's the first time or the second time I talked to him.
All right. So let's try to remember as best we can. When you talked to him the first time, did he provide you some information about his interactions with Andrew that week?
Yes,
What exactly did he tell you, please?
I asked him, have you seen his grill? And he said that, yes, we gambled Sunday, I had something to do Monday, and we gambled Tuesday.
Did he tell you where he gambled on Tuesday?
Auntie's house.
What else did he tell you, please?
As far as like,
As far as the details of what had happened when they were gambling on Tuesday night at Auntie's house?
there's a girl there that came,
Tell me about that. What did he tell you about the girl that came?
she came, she brought him food and chargers, because his phone was dying.
Did he say who that woman was?
No,
Did you know who that woman was?
no,
Did you ever follow up with Mr. James about identifying who that woman was?
yes.
What did you do, please?
I called him and asked, I was around the girl. I'm not sure how the conversation went, but I figured out her name is Alyssa. And I figured out who she was, and I called him, Willie, and asked him, was this the girl that came?
Were you on FaceTime when you did that?
No, not FaceTime.
How were you able to ask him? Did you hand her the phone or did you just say the name?
I was on Facebook video.
Some sort of video conference type of program, correct?
Yes,
All right, and you were able to physically show him this person, Alyssa?
yes,
And what did the defendant say? Did he confirm that was the woman that was there?
yes,
All right. So we're at the point of your testimony where you said the defendant told you he was gambling on Tuesday the 12th with Andrew. They were gambling at Auntie's at Georgetown. There was a good girl there named Food who brought food in a charger, and then you identified later on video that this was Alyssa. Is that all correct?
Yeah.
All right. What else did he tell you?
I asked him when they left, who he leave with.
What did he tell you?
He said that we left out at the same time. I was like a couple steps behind him.
Okay. What else did he say?
And I asked him, did he see what car he got in? And he said no, because the lights were in his face.
What else did he say?
That's it.
What, if anything, did Willie James say to you about how much money Andrew had with him that night when they were playing poker?
That night,
Yeah, January 12th. What did he tell you about how much money Andrew had when he was there to play poker January 12th? If you recall, it's 5 years ago, I know, if you recall. All right. So you were interviewed by Detective Osborne or Lowe in connection with this pretty soon after, is that correct?
correct.
And you gave her a statement?
Yes.
Okay, and you told her that you provided information as to the substance of that call you had with Mr. James, is that accurate? Okay. If I showed you a copy of your police report, would that refresh your memory about what he told you about how much money Andrew had with him that night?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Goodrich, page 12 of Detective Osborne Lowe's report. Yeah, I'm approaching this husband. Just take a look at this. I underlined it. Just read it to yourself, please, quietly. Tell me when you read that, please. Have you read that, man? Does that refresh your memory as to what you told Detective Osborne back in January of 2021? What did Willie James say to you about how much money Andrew had on that night?
They had a lot of money on them.
And what did he tell you about how much money Andrew had won from him that night?
That he only won like 2,000.
Okay. All right, just want to make very clear, thank you. I know this is hard for you because you lost your friend. I just want to make very clear about some times. You did not hear about Andrew being missing until Friday, January 15th. Is that accurate, ma'am?
Correct.
And while you don't remember the exact chronology of what you did, you would not have called Mr. James until after at least the 15th or 16th. Is that correct? Wouldn't have called him before the 15th. Okay. So we can agree the earliest you would have called him would be Friday, January 15th. Is that accurate, ma'am? Okay. All right, was a decision made to contact the police because Andrew was missing?
Yes.
Who made that decision to contact the police? Did you contact the police independently, or was that done solely by his parents? Meaning, did you make a missing persons report on your own, or did you go with them, or did they go alone?
I went with them
You went with them? Okay. And where did you go to make that missing persons report, please?
to the police department on Wise Road.
And did you meet with a person wearing a uniform or a detective?
Detective.
And was Andrew Watson the second reported missing on that Saturday, January 16th, 2021?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you told us that Andrew had at least 3, if not 4 cellular phones. Is that accurate, ma'am? Okay. Did there come a time about 2 months later where some cellular phones were recovered that might have been connected to this investigation?
Yes.
Did you speak with Detective Osborne about some phone numbers that were attributed to Andrew potentially? Okay. You were assisting her in seeing if those phones might be Andrew's, is that correct? And I believe you also provided her with a photograph of Andrew holding some cellular phones, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to show you what's been marked into evidence as People's 190. And I'm gonna approach you, Ms. Husband, and ask if you can identify, if this is the photograph that you provided to Detective Osborne to assist her with the cellular phone investigation,
Yes,
and you recognize the person in that photograph?
yes,
Who is that person?
squirrel,
All right, does this fairly and accurately depict that moment in time that's being photographed?
yes.
All right, Your Honor, I'm gonna move admission of People's Proposal 190.
Any objection or voir dire?
No objection, Your Honor.
Admitted.
All right, let me show you this photograph, please. So you identified that the individual in that photograph is Squirrel or Andrew Watson II, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you know when this photograph was taken?
October 2nd.
Were you present when this photograph was taken?
Yes,
Did you take this picture?
yes,
Where were you guys when you took this picture?
at Auntie Alice.
Why were you at Auntie's house that day with Andrew?
He was playing poker with Willie.
Was that the day that he won upwards of $20,000 with Willie?
Yes,
All right. Now we see on the floor here, these items. Can you tell us what those are, please?
his phone.
And then Andrew appears to be fanning out what looks like a large amount of cash. Is that correct? Is that money that he won that day playing poker against Willie James?
Yes,
Was Andrew flashy about the money that he won? Did he do things like put that money up on Facebook or social media indicating that he had made that kind of money?
no,
The amount of money that he had, did he kind of keep that to himself or was he open about it? Ms. Husband, after that time you saw Andrew on January 11th, 2021, he gave you some money and he spent time with your daughter and you left. Have you ever seen Andrew Watson ever again since that date?
no,
Have you ever spoken to Andrew Watson after January 11th, 2021?
no,
And it has been 5 years, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The person that you name identified as Willie James, is that the gentleman that's seated right there at council table in this case, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right, Your Honor, record should reflect identification of the defendant by this witness, the Tara Husband.
Any objection?
No objection.
It shall so reflect. You may proceed.
All right, thank you, Ms. Husband. I have no further questions.
Cross.
Ms. Husband? You stated that you had originally had a dating relationship with, what you call Skrill, correct? And how long did you date for during that period?
7 years.
So you dated about 7 years and then you were broken up for 1 or 2 years, is that fair to say? Okay, and what was the reason you broke up with him?
He just was no longer.
Did, during this period, was Mr. Watson dating, was he dating other women during this period as well?
Christina.
Okay, do you know roughly how long he was dating Christina? And as part of this, as part of kind of your own personal investigation here, you learned that he was dating an Alyssa as well, is that correct?
I would say he was dating her, but he was talking to her.
So what do you mean by he was talking to
Like
her?
on the phone, I didn't know they were like in a relationship or anything.
Okay, so you don't know anything about that relationship. So were you aware that based on your relationship with Mr. Watson, that he was frequently dating multiple women at the same time? So were you aware during your friendship slash dating relationship with Mr. Watson that he was often dating multiple women?
Not really like one, maybe one or two.
Okay. And listen, even after you broke up, you still had a very close relationship where he came over on a regular basis. Now, during Mr. Crino's questioning, you originally stated that you had seen him just one time in the month of January. Was that accurate? But then you also testified that you were seeing him every day. So I guess what was correct there?
That was accurate in January, yes.
Okay.
June 11, yes.
So it had kind of slowed down to you'd only seen him the one time in January.
Yeah, I probably talked to him on the phone.
Okay. And you saw, and the last time that you saw him was on, it'd be Monday, the 11th, is that correct?
Correct.
And that was in the, you said early evening hours type? Was it,
Yes,
okay, so was it still kind of daylight out or was it getting dark or
it was in dark.
getting dark? Okay. And how long was he at your residence on that time?
I can't recall how long.
Was it more than a 5-10 minute stop or was he there for an hour or two? I mean, roughly, we talk.
More than 5 to 10 minutes, yes.
Okay.
It could have been an hour,
Okay, so sometime between 10 minutes and an hour, somewhere in that range, is that fair to say?
yes.
Now, while you were friends with Mr. Watson, did your relationship always, was it strictly a friendship at that time, or did it sometimes still remain physical, or how would you describe it?
It was a friendship, like after we stopped dating, it was like a friendship. He was like my daughter's dad.
Okay, so you saw him like your daughter's father, basically,
Yes.
at that time, okay. Now, were you yourself dating any other men during this period that you were good friends with Andrew or Mr. Watson?
No,
You were not dating anyone?
No.
Did Mr. Watson ever talk to you about some of these card games with Willie James? As you said? Did he talk to you about them at all?
I really,
Okay, well, you did testify that you saw him playing on a couple occasions against Willie James. Is that something that he ever like would talk to you about? Or not really?
I was there.
Okay, but beyond what you saw, is it something you had conversations about?
Sometimes.
And you saw on one occasion where Andrew took, you said $22,000 from Willie James, correct?
Yes.
Now, originally you testified that was October 7th, but then at the end you testified it was October 2nd. Are you sure which one of those it was?
No, I said the 7th. It was the 7th.
The 7th, okay.
Yes,
And why do you remember that date?
because that's where my picture came from.
Okay, so you remember the date because that's what your picture indicates. And let me show you People's Exhibit 190. Okay, and in that photo, you can see him holding, obviously, large amounts of cash, correct?
Okay.
And you see that, looks like Ben Franklin there, so probably $100 bill at least, several of those.
Said several?
Well, I don't know,
It was several.
it was several.
Yes.
Now, why did you take this photo?
Let's see, one.
Okay, but you did testify that he didn't like to be flashy about his money, correct?
No, that's actually the only time I was able to get a picture of like that from you.
Okay, why would he have let you take a picture this time if he normally didn't want you to take pictures of him with money?
It's not that he didn't want to, he's just not like a picture guy like that.
Okay, so was this kind of a celebration photo type of thing that,
No, I wouldn't say celebration.
is this something that you posted to social media of some sort?
No,
So is this just something that the two of you, between the two of you then essentially?
so honestly, this is a video.
It's a video, okay.
Yes.
And what did you do with the video? Did you put it on,
Nothing, I didn't do anything with it, it's just in my phone.
it's a video in your
Never
phone?
been found.
Okay. And in this video, are there 4 phones on the ground there?
Yes,
And are those all of Mr. Watson's phones?
yes.
And then we have what, a Red Bull and a bottle of something? Do you know what the bottle was or not?
No, I can't remember.
Right. In your time as being a close friends with Mr. Watson there, did he get involved in any other type of gambling, like casinos or with other people, or was it strictly Willie James from your understanding?
From my knowledge, it was just for Willie.
Okay, did you ever go gambling with him doing anything else other than with Willie James? And was it always a one-on-one matchup essentially?
Yes.
And over the times, did you ever see Willie James win money from Andrew?
No,
Never one time.
not once.
And all those times, did Willie James ever threaten Andrew Watson in any way after the game?
After the game?
Well, sometimes when people lose thousands of dollars, they might be upset. Did these two ever get in serious arguments over the money?
No, I didn't get serious.
And they kept coming back month after month playing against each other?
Yes.
And that was just kind of their relationship?
Yes.
They weren't, friends who hung out on the weekend, but they enjoyed playing, gambling against each other?
Correct.
And this is a routine thing that they did?
My knowledge, yes.
Now, you testified that Andrew Watson gave you some money on this occasion, correct? On the 11th?
Yes.
Did he routinely have extra money to give to you if you ever needed it for things?
Yes.
So there was nothing unusual about that day?
No.
After you kind of began searching for him, so did you discover that there were maybe additional people in his life that he kind of kept from you that you weren't aware of, such as Alyssa Ryan?
No.
Just her?
I was aware of her. I just didn't know they were in a relationship or anything.
Okay,
But
so
I knew of her.
you knew of her.
No, they were in a relationship. I didn't know of her as his girlfriend or dating. I knew her as his friend.
All right, when he showed up on the 11th, was he in a vehicle that he owned or a rental vehicle, do you know?
I can't recall.
Do you recall if there was any damage to the vehicle?
I can't recall what vehicle he was in.
Do you recall him being physically banged up at all from any type of recent car accident?
No.
No further questions at this time.
And when this photograph was taken, was the defendant Willie James in the room or had he left Georgetown by this point in time? Okay. This is actually, to clarify from your testimony, a screenshot from a video that was in your phone, correct?
Correct.
And what was given to Detective Osborne was this screenshot from that video, is that correct?
Correct.
And that's to demonstrate the phones pursuant to that phone investigation that was happening, is that accurate, ma'am? Okay. We also see some sort of bottle here, is that a liquor bottle, ma'am?
Yes,
Do you know who drank that liquor bottle during that particular game?
I believe they both did.
Okay, so would there be drinking going on commonly when these two would gamble together? If you know, from the time you were present.
Yes, but not like from both of them. Like sometimes one might have some.
All right, sometimes one would be drinking, sometimes the other one might not, is that accurate?
Right.
Would there ever be occasions where both of them were drinking when they gambled? Okay, very good, thank you, I have no further questions.
Redirect, oh, I'm sorry, you just finished. Did you have anything else?
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be released?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, thank you very much for your time. You are now released from subpoena. You may watch the trial in the courtroom or on Zoom. But you may not discuss your testimony with any other witness or anybody else's testimony with them. After the case is over, you may discuss whatever you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're released. Next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. People call Christina signs the witness stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes. Thank you. Put your hand down and seat. Hold the chair right up to the microphone. Feel free to adjust it. When you are comfortable, please state and spell your name for the record.
Christina Signs, CHRISTINA.
Pull that a little bit closer. Yeah, great. I need you to use words that can be found in a dictionary rather than "mhm." If you forget, which people do, we'll remind you. Let counsel finish their questions before you jump in and answer, and they'll do the same. If you hear an objection, do not respond until I tell you whether or not you can. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you need a break, let me know. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for your patience here today. Can you tell the jury how old are you, please?
I'm 32.
I want to direct your attention, please, if I could, to the date of January 12th, 2021. Do you recall that date, ma'am?
Yes,
And could you tell the jury in January of 2021, where were you living, please?
the address,
Yes, please.
330 Astor Avenue,
Could you spell that for us, please?
ASTOR.
All right, and how long had you been living at that particular residence?
A little over a year, that day, from that day,
All right, and was that residence, was that a apartment, a house, or something else?
a house.
All right. On January 12th, 2021, when you were living on Asher, who exactly were you living with at that residence?
It was me, my daughter, and Andrew,
How old was your daughter at the time?
8.
And you mentioned a person by the name of Andrew. What's Andrew's full name, please?
Andrew Thomas Watson, II.
Andrew Watson, did he have a nickname that you called him?
Skrilla or Bubba,
And what did you refer to Mr. Watson as, please?
Skrilla, or I would call him Andrew.
Okay, Andrew Skrill or Bubba?
Mhm.
Okay, is that yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I want to talk a little bit about your relationship to Mr. Watson. When did you meet this person by the name of Andrew Watson, please?
I met him in the year 2020. Or, it was 2013, 2015. I'm sorry, I'm like,
That's okay. So you met Mr. Watson in 2013, is that accurate?
Yes,
Did there come a time when you formed a romantic relationship with Mr. Watson?
yes.
When did you and Mr. Watson begin dating one another, please?
I wanna, I wanna say the end of 2014.
And prior to January 2021, how long had you been continuously dating Mr. Watson?
The whole time.
The whole time? Had you broken up at all?
Quite a few times, yes, but
Okay.
we still stayed in contact.
Now, prior to January 12th of 2021, can you tell us how long exactly was it that you had been back in a relationship with Andrew Watson?
He came back home in October.
October of 2020?
Yes,
How long had you been broken up for?
that August,
So from August 2020 to October, you were broken up?
yes,
And then how long have you been dating continually prior to August of 2020?
from 2014.
So you were dating him continuously, according to you, from 2014 through August of 2020, broke up, now dating October 2020 through January 12th of 2021. Is that accurate?
Yes,
How long had you and Andrew been living together at that Asher residence, please?
me and him, together, it was from October to that January.
And had you been living there had he been living there continuously from October through January?
Yes,
Okay. Now, you talked about the fact that you had a daughter. What was Andrew's relationship with your daughter, please?
they loved each other. He helped me raise my daughter from 2 children.
I want to show you a photograph that's been entered into this evidence in this case. It's People's Exhibit number 3. Who are we looking at in People's Exhibit number 3, please?
Mackenzie and Andrew.
Is that your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know when this photograph was taken, ma'am?
A couple weeks before January 12th, I believe.
How close was that relationship between Andrew and your daughter Mackenzie?
They were really close.
How did your family survive in terms of income? Did Andrew financially assist in supporting you and your daughter?
Yes,
Was Andrew working in January of 2021?
he, no, he didn't work a job.
Okay, what did he do to make money?
He did high stakes poker.
And was that a secret to you, ma'am?
No,
Had he been playing high stakes poker for a while prior to January of 2021?
yes,
Do you know how long he had been playing high stakes poker prior to January of 2021?
our whole relationship
So the whole time you were together, he was playing high stakes
was a
poker.
good.
He was a gambler, all right. Now, talking about his gambling history, do you know if he played with more than one person, or where he played?
Well, he would be at the casino a lot, but because of the COVID, he was not able to go, so they would hold house games.
Do you know the names of any of the people that he played cards against?
Yeah,
Who did he play cards against?
there was quite a few different names. He played, I think, this guy Mark, Willie. I don't really know, I didn't know a lot of their names like that, but if I were to see them, I would know.
Sure, in January of 2012, do you know the exact names of the people he was playing with?
Just Willie at that time.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
It was just Willie at that time.
Just Willie at that time, okay. Do you know
That I know.
that you knew of? Okay. And when you say Willie, do you know Willie's full name?
Willie James.
And what did Andrew refer to Willie James as? What name did he call him?
Sometimes he would refer to him as Unc.
Unc. This person that you've identified as Willie James or Unc, had you ever met this person prior to January of 2021?
No,
Have you ever seen this person prior to January 12th of 2021?
yes,
You've seen him before. Where had you seen him?
Just when I would be in the car with Andrew and they would be, I just seen him in the car.
Would you be able to recognize him if you saw him again?
Yeah.
Okay, the person that you referenced, their name identified as Willie James or Unk, that Andrew played cards with, is he in the courtroom here today? If he is, just tell us where he's sitting, please, and what he's wearing.
He's sitting over there with the white shirt.
All right, Your Honor, record to reflect identification of the defendant by this witness, please.
No objection, that passed, Your Honor.
It shall so reflect, you may proceed.
How many times do you think you saw Willie James prior to January 12th of 2021?
Just a handful of times.
In those times that you saw him, those handful of times, why would Andrew be meeting up with Willie James if you know on those handful of times?
I'm pretty sure it was, honestly, I don't know.
You don't know, okay. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about that date of January 12th of 2021, which was a Tuesday. Do you recall seeing Andrew that day and evening?
Yes,
Was Andrew home at your house at all on the date of January 12th, 2021?
yes,
You indicated that Andrew was living there. Did Andrew have personal items at the house?
he had everything.
When you say he had everything, what does that
His
mean?
clothes, his shoes, all of his personal belongings.
So everything that was his, all his personal belongings lived with him at that residence with you on Asherman?
Yes,
Okay. Now, on the night of January 12th, 2021, did there come a time when Andrew left that evening?
yes.
Can you tell the jury what time he left, please?
I want to say somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
8:30 to 9 o'clock PM, ma'am?
Yes,
When Andrew left that night, was he alone or was he with someone else when he left?
he was alone when he left.
When Andrew left that night, what, if anything, did he have on him?
He had a bunch of money on him.
You said he had a bunch of money on him. How much money did he have on him?
Anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000.
Was that in cash?
Yes,
How was Andrew carrying that much cash?
then poker.
Okay, how was he carrying it though? Like physically, how was he carrying it? In a bag or a sack or what?
Sometimes he would have a bag. I can't remember if it was just in his pockets that day or if sometimes he would take my makeup bag. And have the money.
Have you ever seen him carry it in a grocery bag?
Sometimes if it was a lot.
Do you recall specifically how he was carrying that much money that night?
I believe he had it in his pockets.
All right, when Andrew left that night, did he tell you what his intention was, where he was going to go?
He was gonna go.
Just tell me yes or no. Did he tell you what his intention was?
Yes,
Okay. And what did he say about his intention as to where he was going that night?
he was going to drop a car off around the corner and another female was gonna pick him up to take him to Georgetown to play poker.
And who did he intend to play poker with that night?
Really?
All right, so you mentioned a lot of things I want to kind of unpack there, please. You said that he was going to drop a car off. Did Andrew own a car in January of 2021?
No,
What type of car was he referring to, please?
he had 2 rentals at the time.
You know what type of cars those rentals were, please?
Yes, it was a Maroon 300 and a black Durango.
I'm sorry, it was a what?
A Maroon Chrysler 300.
Okay, and what else?
There was a black Durango, but he left in the Chrysler 300.
All right, so at the time, January 12th, 2021, was Andrew actively renting both vehicles, the Durango and the Chrysler 300, or did he just have one of those, if you know?
He was actively running both of them at the time.
Which car did he take out that night?
The 300.
How do you know that?
I watched him leave
Where did the Durango remain, please?
in my garage.
How long had Andrew been in possession of those rental cars, if you know, first of the three Chrysler 300?
Well, honestly, I don't, like, we were in rentals for our whole relationship almost.
Sure. So you don't know how long he
I
had
don't
it?
know how long I know that the maroon Chrysler was something that he had, because he had a white one prior.
So as you testify here today, you don't recall how long he had been in possession of those rentals? It's okay. if you
Of
don't.
them specific ones,
Yes, those specific ones.
I want to say a couple months, you can't have the same rental for too long.
Okay. Do you know if that red Chrysler had any damage to it?
Yes, there was,
When did he sustain the damage to that car?
a couple days before he left. January 12th,
Do you know how that accident occurred, please?
no,
Did Andrew get injured in that accident in any way?
no,
I want to talk about Andrew's physical appearance that night when he left the house with between $10,000 and $15,000 of cash to go play poker. First of all, did Andrew have any injuries when he left the house that night?
no,
Didn't have any open cuts, bloody nose, anything of that nature, correct?
no,
Right. Did he appear physically normal and healthy?
yes.
Do you recall what he was wearing that night when he left the house?
He had on his black poly coat and was wearing a tracksuit that was Puma,
You said a word I didn't understand. A black, what type of coat?
a black poly coat.
Pelly coat? So a black pelly coat and a black tracksuit?
Yes.
Anything else?
He had on some Puma shoes that matched his tracksuit he was wearing.
What else, if you recall?
Um,
What about jewelry? Did he wear any expensive jewelry?
yeah, he did.
What did he wear?
He had I can't recall if he had his earrings on or his necklaces on, but sometimes they would get break.
Okay, you don't recall if he had those on?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And when he left to go play cards that night, what was his demeanor? How was he acting?
He seemed fine,
Normal?
yeah,
All right. Is this unusual that Andrew would go out and play cards in the evening with Willie James?
no,
When Andrew would go out for the night, did he usually come back home at some point in time?
yes,
Did you ever know him to stay out from your home more than a day or a couple days?
no longer than a couple of days.
All right. When Andrew left that night, ma'am, seeing a photograph of him that was taken in October. Looks like he has 4 cellular phones. Was that typical or usual that he would have 4 cellular phones?
Yeah.
And when he left that night, did he have his cellular phones with him?
Yes,
Now, do you know the numbers on those cellular phones off the top of your head?
it's been 5 years, but
So at one point in time, did you know those numbers?
I know the numbers by heart.
All right, and did you later on, just to digress for a moment, did you later on provide some of those numbers to Detective? This used to be Detective Osborne, now it's Detective Lowe, so I'll refer to it as Detective Lowe. Did you provide some of those numbers to Detective Lowe when cellular phones were found in connection with this investigation?
Yes,
Okay. When you called Andrew, did you call him on any one specific phone, or did you call him on all 3 phones?
pretty sure I called him on all 3.
And I'm just talking about normally, if you wanted to get in touch with him, was there one go-to number, or did you have multiple numbers?
It would be his, the iPhone, we would communicate on FaceTime a lot.
Do you recall what the area code was on that iPhone?
I believe, I want to say 917.
Let me give you 3 choices and you tell me, okay? Was it 239, 916, or 323, the iPhone that you called him on? 239, okay. and I apologize if I asked you this, when Andrew left to go play poker with Willie James that night, you would expect that he had those 3 phones with him. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about something, and I don't know how you're going to react to this, but we've heard testimony from different people. Did Andrew have other girlfriends or other women that he was seeing at the same time?
Andrew was a cheater.
Okay. And when you say he was a cheater, does that mean he was not monogamous in his relationships?
Not like I wanted him.
Okay.
I didn't hear you.
Not like I wanted him to.
All right. Did you know that in January of 2021, he had at least one, maybe 2 other women that he was kind of having an affair with?
Yeah,
Who were the girls that he was having an affair with in January of 21?
Alyssa, Ronnie,
Okay.
Liliana, I forget her last name.
All right, so Alyssa and Liliana, let me ask this. Did you know Alyssa independent of Andrew having a relationship with her?
No, I didn't know either.
Okay, did you know Liliana independent of Andrew having a relationship with her?
No, I just knew of them.
Okay. When Andrew went out that night, the final thing I want to unpack is you said he was going to drop a car off and get picked up by somebody. Who was he going to get picked up by?
Alyssa,
So you knew he was going to be meeting up or getting
he
picked
didn't
up?
tell me that.
I'm sorry if I talked over. Let me
But
start
yeah,
again.
you might want to repeat that.
I will. Let me start again. My apologies. When he said he was going to get picked up, did you know at that time who was going to be picking him up?
Yes,
How did you feel about Alyssa picking him up that night?
I didn't like it.
Did you two fight or argue about that?
Very often.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that particular night, January 12th, 2021, when he left to go play poker, did you fight or argue about his contact that he was going to have with Alyssa?
I said a few words.
All right. So now it's midnight on the 12th of January into the 13th of January. Does Andrew come home?
No,
Does Andrew come home anytime between midnight and 6?
no,
Does Andrew come home anytime between 6 and noon on the 13th?
no,
Does Andrew come home anytime between noon and 6 p.m. on the 13th?
no.
What are your emotions at that time? Are you angry or are you worried or both?
At first I was angry, but then I got worried.
When you started to get worried, who, if anyone, did you contact?
Hard.
Is that Latara?
Yes,
Did you also contact Andrew's mother at some point in time?
yes.
All right. When did you contact Tara and Andrew's mother on the 13th, if you recall?
I believe I called Tara that morning.
What happened next, please?
I also got a hold of Alyssa
When
over
did,
Facebook.
when did you get hold of Alyssa?
I believe that same day.
On the 13th?
Or it was either the 13th or the 14th.
Okay. Did you try and call Andrew?
Yes,
Did you call all 3 phones?
yes.
What, if anything, was the result when you called all 3 phones?
They went to voicemail.
Did you hear from Andrew on the 13th?
No,
Did he ever come home on the 13th?
no,
What about the 14th? Contact or come home?
no.
And now it's the 15th, is that correct?
Mhm.
Say
So yes.
Yes,
So this is 3 days after Andrew has left. Is that normal for him to stay out without contacting you?
no,
Are you worried at this point in time?
yes.
Tell us what happens. Who do you meet up with and what do you guys do?
Well, I called my aunt to come and get me and my daughter. I didn't want to be at home. I thought something was wrong.
Did you ever contact Latara?
Yes,
What happened? What did you and Latara do?
we went and looked for him.
Where did you go look for him?
Georgetown.
Did you meet with anybody at Georgetown? And is that the person that we call Auntie?
Yes,
Did you obtain, don't tell us what she said, but did you obtain some information from Auntie about the night of January 12th when there was gambling at her house?
yes.
What did you do next to look for Andrew?
We did the police, we reported him missing.
All right. What about Alyssa? Did you ever meet personally with Alyssa?
No,
Never met personally with Alyssa?
I think I met her briefly, but it wasn't like me and her hung out or anything.
Do you know where you were when you met Alyssa briefly?
At Nikki's house,
Who's Nikki?
just a friend of Skills.
All right.
A friend of who?
Skills.
Was Nikki looking for Andrew also?
She got wind, like there was quite a few people that wanted with him.
In all the places that you went looking for Andrew, had anybody seen him or heard from him after the 12th?
No,
Was there a police report that was made in this case?
yes,
And was that made on January 16th, 2021?
yes,
After Andrew walked out of your house that night on January 12th, have you ever seen or heard from your boyfriend, Andrew Watson, ever again?
no,
And that's been 5 years, right? But yes?
yes.
All right, thank you. Nothing further.
Ross?
Good afternoon, Ms. Sines. Ms. Sines, how long had you been in some type of dating relationship with Andrew prior to this? Prior to him, his disappearance?
It's 8 years, 7, 8 years.
7, 8 years. And you stated during direct there that you had broke it up multiple times. Is that true?
Yeah.
How long were breakups typically? Is this something where, you know, there might be a year where you didn't date, or is this something where a couple of weeks? What are we talking about?
Couple weeks, longest the month.
And so you would have these short little breaks every so often in your relationship?
Yeah,
And was that at least in part due to him dating other women?
yes,
So that was something that went on throughout much of your relationship, is that fair to say?
yeah,
Now, during the time, did Andrew ever have a full-time job at a place like Meyer or General Motors or anything like that during the time you knew him?
no,
And you testified that he did do a lot of high-stakes gambling, is that fair to say?
yeah,
Did he make money in any other illicit ways that you were aware of?
no,
So you never saw him buying or selling drugs?
Objection, revote, please.
It's going good.
Your Honor, at this time, we would withdraw the question.
Thank you.
Ms. Steins, so the last time you saw Andrew Watson was the evening of the 12th, correct?
Yes,
And he left in the Chrysler 300,
yes,
and that vehicle had been damaged prior to him heading out.
yes.
Was he taking it to a guy's place to get work done, or do you know why he was dropping it off there?
So Alyssa didn't know where we lived,
Okay, so he wanted,
to be picked up somewhere different.
oh, okay, so you, all right, so that was just another place for Alyssa to pick him up, and that wasn't your house essentially.
Correct,
And that was 8:30 to 9 o'clock when he left your residence?
yes,
And you stated he had a substantial amount of money in his pockets.
yes,
Do you roughly know how much, or how would you describe it?
10 to 15,000.
And in your time dating Andrew Watson, were you familiar with his card games with Willie James?
Yeah,
Okay, were there times that, Andrew won a substantial amount of money from him?
yes.
Was there times that he lost a substantial amount of money to him?
I wouldn't hear too much about the losing.
Okay, so I guess you more likely to share positive news than negative news, is that fair? But with your knowledge of their relationship, you saw them together on occasion?
Yeah,
Okay, did Andrew ever appear to be scared of Willie James or threatened by him in any way?
no,
And they had their gambling thing was a fairly regular thing that they did?
there wasn't a long period of time that it went on, but yeah,
Are we talking like 4 months, 6 months, something like that?
I was gonna say like a couple of weeks that they were gambling back and forth for, was like a week, every day, 5 days in a row maybe.
Okay, so it was getting to be more in January than it had been, or was it not existent before?
I don't recall him there playing too much with him a lot, not too often, but that week before he was playing with Lily.
He's playing with.
Poker with Lily.
While they were playing cards, you stated that you had an argument with Andrew about Alyssa essentially picking him up to take him to the game, correct?
Yeah,
At some point, did you call or FaceTime Andrew while he was at the card game?
no,
So you never had any conversation while the card game was actually going on that night?
no.
And were you expecting him to return to your house that night, or were you expecting him like a day or two, or what was your expectations?
At least by morning.
Was it a common practice for him to stay elsewhere and then come back home the next day, or what was?
He had to take my daughter to school.
So you expected him there in time to take your daughter to school the next day?
Yes,
And obviously he did not appear the next morning.
yes.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Redirect.
When Andrew would play poker with the defendant, how long were those games typically?
The hours.
For hours and hours, marathon sessions, right? Is that yes?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. No further questions.
May this witness be released from subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, thank you very much for your time and testimony. You are released from subpoena. Please do not discuss your testimony with any other witness during the pendency of the matter. And you may not watch the trial, but you may not discuss any other person's witness testimony either. After the trial, you may discuss whatever you wish. Understand? We need to take 15 minutes. Thank you.
All rise.
I'll see y'all back in 15. Thank you.
It's fine. Don't do it in here.
It was dismissed because he didn't show up to the final pre-con May of 21. She was not part of it. So I have the same conversation. We were talking about is
What's going on? What he tells me is it's like very. Well, I think. Really? March 13th. Yeah. What time is it? Like just. Is it a box of thoughts?
just
I just really everyone have to respond to phones. Yeah, they crack it.
There's a lot of undisputed facts.
Well, who did you plan to call next?
Secret of my phone. Buddy, you don't have any call.
More coffee?
Yeah.
Me too, please. Okay, yeah.
Thank you so much.
And detail. Melissa Ryan's kind of nice because you can do hers whenever.
The swing one, you know.
So. So serious.
No, there's not very many. There's only 36. Minus the courtroom, minus judge, minus me, there's only 33. So. Answer. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, what about it?
You know your friend.
Duck and truck.
No, like favorite answer.
Cause I.
It's.
Yeah. Just don't hit the button. Yeah, it should be. Is it on? Is it plugged in right now? Plug it in.
Well, I unplugged it, 'cause I didn't want to see.
Is it plugged in right now?
Hold on.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Freshman 16.
Why does this thing keep doing this?
No, yeah, so whenever you want to do it, you can share. So you just click the 3 minutes thing right there. I thought it was a touch screen. I thought it was gonna be really good.
It is a touch.
Oh, it didn't like me.
I'm such a klutz.
All right.
Thank you, you may be seated. All right. We are back on the record. Any matters prior to entrance of the jurors? Jurors, please. Thank you. How many more we have to do?
All rise.
Next witness, thank you, you may be seated.
Call Mackenzie Chambliss to the witness stand.
Yeah, yep. We were testing out the plug just to make sure it worked.
Okay, yep, thank you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yeah.
Thank you. Put your hand up, have a seat. Pull the chair right up to the microphone. Feel free to adjust the microphone so you can speak comfortably into it. Okay, perfect. And then please state the spelling name.
My name is Mackenzie Chambliss, MAKENZIE CHAMBLISS.
All right, keep your voice up. You can move that, maybe move it a little closer. Yeah, great. And then I need you to use words that can be found in a dictionary rather than saying, "Mhm." If you forget, we'll remind you. We need, the court reporter takes down words, so we need to be mindful of that. Let counsel finish their questions. We'll jump in and answer. They'll do the same. If you hear an objection, please do not answer the question until I've told you whether or not you can. If you need a break, let me know. Thank you. And there should be water. Well, we're gonna get you some water. And there's Kleenex there too if you need. All right, thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. So having spoken to you briefly, I understand that you speak very quickly. Our court reporter will say, stop speaking so fast, all right? In no uncertain terms, so I need you to just slow down your gait for me as much as possible, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Chambliss, can you tell the jury how old are you, please?
I'm 41,
And what is your date of birth?
11/11/1984.
I want to direct your attention to January of 2021. Ms. Chambliss, were you a resident of the city of Lansing in January 2021?
Yes,
How long prior to January of 21 had you been a resident of the city of Lansing?
I've been here for years.
So most of
20s. I came back from New York, so I've been here since I was about 19.
19? Okay.
Thank you.
I want to talk about some relationships that you had with people in January of 2021, okay? In January of 2021, did you know somebody by the name of Alyssa Ryan?
I do.
And how did you know Alyssa Ryan?
She's just been an acquaintance, a friend of mine for a while.
How long did you know Alyssa Ryan prior to January of 2021?
Since my daughter was born in 2015, so we became friends during our pregnancies around 2015. But we weren't close until that year before.
All right. So you mentioned that you have a daughter. Do you have children, ma'am?
I do, I have 4.
4. Okay. Back in 2021, how old were your children, please?
That's doing math. My oldest is going to be 22, so in September, so he's 21 now, so whatever that was, would be like 16, 17.
Let me make it easier for you. What are their ages now, please?
Okay, so my oldest is 21, my daughter is going to be 11 next month, and my son is going to be 9 in July, so he's 8, and then I have a 3-year-old.
All right. So back in January of 2021, it sounds like you would have had 3 children at that time.
That's correct.
All right. Your friend Alyssa Ryan, did she have children in January of 2021?
She did.
How many children did Alyssa Ryan have?
She has 3.
And what were the approximate ages of Alyssa Ryan's children, if you know, please?
Her daughter and my daughter are similar in age, so off by a year or so. So probably, I didn't do the math, how long was this? 5, about 6, maybe, and then I don't really know their ages, to be honest.
That's
so-
fine. Let me ask
And
you.
then I know their names, but
Oh,
Christopher.
that's okay. Well, let me ask you in a real easy way. Were they under the age of 10 years old, her children?
Yes,
Okay. So she had 3 children under the age of 10 years old,
yes.
little kids.
Mhm.
All right.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
All right. As I finish up talking about your relationship to Alyssa Ryan, you said you knew her since 2015, but you got closer to her in relationship. Is that correct?
yes.
When did your relationship with Alyssa get closer as it relates to January of 21?
It was probably that the 2020, the year before.
Did you socialize with Alyssa Ryan?
Yes.
How often would you socialize with Alyssa Ryan?
Not on a daily basis, but like on an occasional get together.
Did you ever watch Alyssa Ryan's children or assist her babysitting her children?
I did.
Did she ever assist you in babysitting your children?
No.
Okay. The next person I want to talk about is a person by the name of Andrew Watson II. Did you know a person in January of 2021 named Andrew Watson II?
Yes,
The person that you knew as Andrew Watson II, did he have a nickname that you called him?
Yeah, I called him Scrub.
Was that common that people would call him Skrill?
Yes, he had a few nicknames.
All right, and the one you chose was Skrill?
Yeah,
I've also heard Bubba, is that correct?
Bubba's a money bag.
Bubba and Moneybags?
Mhm.
All right, so
Yes.
Skrill, hold on a second, Skrill, Bubba, and Moneybags are all nicknames for Andrew Watson II, correct?
Yes.
All right. How long prior to January of 2021 did you know Andrew Watson?
Yes, I have known him since I was about 23, so I had to do the year. I lived in Rio a long time ago, probably 2000, and my oldest was about 2, so 2006.
So it sounds like you have been friends with Skrill for many years, is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you describe to the jury, what was the nature of your relationship with Skrill? Were you friends, romantic partners, or something else?
We were friends. He was like the brother I never had.
Were you ever involved in a romantic relationship with Andrew?
No.
So you were always friends in like a brother-sister type relationship?
Correct.
Did you socialize with Andrew ever?
All the time.
What kinds of things would you do to socialize with Andrew?
I would ride with him when he would need me to ride with him. I could call him at any hour of the day, he would pick up. He called me all the time, give me advice, vice versa. He'd call me about his female problems or his women or his main girl or whatever, just anything.
All right. When you knew Andrew in January, in the months leading up to January, were you aware that Andrew had what I would refer to as multiple romantic partners?
Yes,
Was that a secret to you, or you knew that?
that's not a secret, I don't think, to anybody, but
Okay.
yes, I knew that.
But as you described, you were not one of those romantic partners.
That's correct.
How often, moving back, let's say in the year of 2020, leading up to 2021, how often would you talk to Andrew, either by text or phone?
If not 2 to 3 times a week.
And how often would you typically see Andrew in that same time period?
Definitely at least once a week, if not twice.
And the person that you've identified with as Andrew Watson or Skrill, do you see him in that photo right in the middle of that photo right here? Okay, is that yes?
Yes,
And did you know Andrew's parents, Otelia and Andrew Senior, during the time that you were friends with him?
I am familiar with them, yes.
Okay. Now I want to talk a little bit about a specific date, and that is January 12th of 2021. First thing I want to ask you is, on that date, did Andrew have cellular phones?
Yes,
How many cellular phones did Andrew have typically?
and I'm aware of that particular day was 4 because I called all 4.
Was that common that Andrew would use 4 cellular phones?
He was known to have multiple phones, yes.
Right. And when you would try and talk to him, or when you would contact with him, would that be on one specific number, or would you sometimes talk to him on different numbers?
Yeah, I could get a hold of him on any phone, whichever.
All
I
right.
would just pick one and call or whatever. It's not like there was a specific main one.
When you would contact Andrew, how usual was it that he would pick up the phone when
He
he?
would always pick up the phone for me. That was something that was well known. Like if I needed anything, he would be there.
All right, if you ever texted or left a message for Andrew, how quick was he about getting back to you? as a man?
Immediately.
So let's talk about the events of January 12th of 2021. Did there come a time, Mackenzie, on that night, which we've had evidence was a Tuesday night? Did you come into contact with Alyssa Ryan that night?
I did.
Tell us about how you came into contact with Alyssa that night.
She called me over because she was cooking dinner and was like, "You want to get out of the house and bring the kids over and come eat because I'm cooking or whatnot?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll come over. Why not?" Even though I don't typically get out of the house, I'm a homebody, but I was like, "Let the kids go play with your kids and, you know, do that." And so that's how I came in contact with her.
Did you go over to Alyssa's house?
I did.
And did you bring all 3 of your kids?
I did.
Were Alyssa's children over there at the time?
They were.
All right. So did there come a time when Andrew Watson's name came up that particular evening between you and Alyssa?
Yeah.
What happened?
She was like, because they were in a like a you know, I don't know if I call it a sexual relationship or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever you wanna call it, but he was one of her, that was one of his girls at the time. She was like, and we haven't talked for a couple days because they had gotten in a little argument, or whatever was going on, and so she was like, should I call him? I miss him, da, 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 da. I was like, girl, just call him, because I don't wanna hear it from either of you, just call him. And so she called him and he picked up, and, he was at home, and at home was with Christina. And, she, sorry, just a little overwhelmed. She was like, she asked me if I would. With everything, it's so stressful thinking about it. She asked me if I would sit there and watch her kids while she went and picked them up.
All right, take a break from there, okay?
Okay.
I want you to take a breath, have some water if you need, and we'll go through this step by step, okay?
Okay.
So you just told us that Andrew's name came up. They had had a fight. She wanted to see him. And you encouraged her to contact him that night. Is that all accurate?
Yes, that's correct.
And when she contacted him, he was over at someone named Christina's house. Is
Yeah,
that
she
right?
was at home.
Now, this person named Christina, do you know what her full name is?
Christina signed.
Prior to January 12th of 2021, did you know Christina Signs?
Yes.
What was your relationship to Christina Signs?
Well, I knew her. That was his main woman.
And was Andrew living with Christina Signs in January of 2021?
Yes, as far as I'm aware.
All right. Did Alyssa know, to your knowledge, that he was involved with Christina Signs at the time, or no?
I don't know, not for sure.
Okay. So she called and he picked up and he was at Christina's house. Is that all accurate?
Yes,
And there came a time when you were asked to do something. Is that correct?
he asked her to come pick him up. And so when he asked her to come pick him up, she asked me if I'd sit there with the kids, and I was already ready to kind of go home at that point, because I already ate, I'm full, the kids ran around, I wanted to go home.
You know what time this was?
Yeah, it was roughly around like 9 o'clock, I remember, because I remember after she left, because it felt like they were taking forever to get back, and so I remember looking at my clock, or my phone, and it was like pushing 9, like 20, pushing 9:30, and I'm like, where are you guys at? So I called her, and she said, he's still not here yet, but I was like, okay, whatever, like, hurry up, and then she said he was on it, he came around just from Speedway or whatever, was getting in the car.
All right, so hold on just a second, all right? You're doing fine. So there comes a time when Alyssa leaves the house to go pick up Andrew, is that right?
Yes,
And when she left, you're home alone with the kids, right?
and mine,
All right, how many kids total are you watching at this point in time?
I had my 3 and her 3,
And you said this was sometime around 9 o'clock PM?
yes,
And you had already kind of been ready to go home,
yes,
and you have little kids with you at the time?
Yes.
All right. So you're home with 6 kids at the time?
yes,
All right. But you agreed to do this to help your friend out.
yeah, and I wasn't overwhelmed with the kids, I just wanted to go home, you know, I was just like, hurry up.
Fair enough. So there comes a time Alyssa leaves and you look at your watch and now it's like 9:20, 9:30, correct?
Yes.
And you had some sort of phone contact with her that night. You called her to see what was going on. Is that all accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after you made contact with Alyssa, did there come a time when Alyssa did come back to the residence that night?
Yes,
All right, how long after that 9:20, 9:30 phone call did Alyssa come back to the residence?
it was probably like maybe 15 minutes, like 10, 15, it wasn't too long after that, so I didn't ever look at my clock again to like clock it when she walked through the door, but when she walked through the door, Squirrel wasn't there, I was like, where's Squirrel at? You know, I was like, what the heck, that's always nice to stay here to watch the kids, you know, for you to go make up or whatever, come out and cake up and I leave, you know?
Right, what was your emotions like at that point in time when she arrived back without Andrew?
I was really irritated, like, "Ugh, that was my whole plan in staying here, you know what I mean? But I wasn't super old, I was just like, okay, time to go, you know?
Tell us exactly what happened next, please.
Okay. So when she got back, I was like, girl, where's he at? And she's like, oh, he wanted me to drop him off in Georgetown. I was like, oh, what is he doing over there? And she's like, I don't even know, I guess he's going to gamble or whatever he's gonna do or whatever. I was like, okay, which is not out of norm for him because he gambles. And so then I just started getting the kids together or whatever, and then I was upstairs, I specifically remember this, I was in her bedroom.
Can I specifically remember this? I was in her bedroom.
Bedroom.
Okay, Marty, slow down. Okay, you're doing great. Just breathe, okay?
And so I was going to get all the kids' stuff together so I can get ready to go, and then he FaceTimed me.
Okay, so we're at the point in your story where Alyssa has come home. She's told you where she has taken Andrew, and you get a FaceTime call from Andrew, correct?
Yes,
All right. Do you have an interaction with Andrew at this point in time?
I do.
Tell us what happened.
And so he FaceTimed me and he was like, do me a favor. And I was already just kind of, and this is what hurts my heart today, because I wish I would have done him a favor, you know, but I was already ready to go home. Like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. So he's like, do me a favor. I was like, what? And he was like, follow Alyssa and follow her to Georgetown so she can leave me her car. And sometimes I regret not doing that.
All right, so you had this conversation and he said, can you do me this favor? Will you follow Alyssa to Georgetown? Is that accurate?
Yes.
And how did you respond to that?
I was like, are you gonna give me gas money? You know, because that's like a brother, sister, like I was like,
Because you were white.
I was like, are you gonna give me gas money? And he was like, I'm not gonna give you S, can I swear? I don't know. He's like, I'm not gonna give you shit. And I was like, well, fuck you. And that was my last words, which hurt me so bad, because we always walk away back, because he was like my brother. And then I blocked them, and I got the kids, and I went home. And,
All right, so hold on a second, all right? So Andrew got on the phone with you via FaceTime. And he wanted this favor from you, correct?
yes,
He wanted you to follow Alyssa over to Georgetown, correct?
correct.
So that he could borrow her car?
Yeah, and then he wanted, the whole point was, he wanted her car, and so that meant, I was like, so you want me to have to bring her kids back in my car, all the way back to her house, so another full, you know, and I was already just overstimulated and ready to go home, so that's why I just didn't do it.
All right, so he wanted you to follow Alyssa so he could get Alyssa's car, is that right?
Correct, because he didn't have a car
And you
at the time.
were upset about that request,
Yeah,
and you had that,
or I wasn't upset about the request, I was upset about, that he was like, I need to get money, and I was just like, already like, hey, I did this favor, I did that, you know what I mean, I was just ready to go home, and that's how we always like talk, I didn't want to do something, thought I'd be able to talk to him the next day, or the day, you know, that week, or.
I got you. So let me ask you this. When he made that FaceTime call to you, can you tell the jury what time that was, please? If you know.
I don't know, it was somewhere between that 9 o'clock hour, like, right after Alyssa got back, like, within 5 minutes of her getting back, he called me, like, it was an immediate phone call, because she got through the door, I was like, where's Skrill? And she's like, you want me to drop off Georgetown? I was like, heck, whatever, so I just started getting kids together, and then my phone rings, I'm upstairs, so I really don't know the exact time of the call.
Gotcha. All right. Now, did you leave the house prior to Alyssa leaving, or did Alyssa again leave before you walked out of the house?
No, I left, and went home with my kid.
All right. So at that point in time, you refused the request to follow Alyssa, gathered up your kids, and then you left the house, correct?
That's correct.
And if Alyssa made contact with him after that, you weren't there to observe her leaving.
I wasn't there to observe her leaving, but I was told.
Now, that contact that you had with Andrew sometime between 9 and 10 o'clock PM via FaceTime, is that the last contact that you had?
Yeah,
And I understand you're upset, and it's because you had a negative contact with him.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't negative, it was us, but I mean, it's my last contact with him, you know.
All right. Mackenzie, did you ever hear from Andrew Watson after that FaceTime call that you've described on the night of January 12th? Did you ever hear from him again?
Never again.
Did you ever see Andrew Watson after that FaceTime call on the night of January 12th, 2021?
No,
And it's been 5 years now, no contact ever after that moment. Is that correct?
correct.
Was January 12th, 2021, the day that Andrew basically vanished?
Correct.
So you leave the house, and I understand that. You leave the house. Does there come a time later in the week after the 12th where people are worried and they bring that to your attention?
And it was not later in the week, it was the next following day, I woke up and Christina called me, she was calling me. And she was like, he's not home yet, where is he at? That, you know, because I wouldn't typically know, you know, or they would different girls, whoever, but me and Christina would call and ask, where's he at? I was like, girl, I don't know, he'll be home, you know, I don't know, I didn't wanna get him caught up if he was with a different girl, I didn't know if he was home or whatever happened, or if he was, ended up going back with Melissa or whatnot. And so she was like, so I was like, he'll be home later, so I got off the phone with her and I started calling his phone.
So I got what?
So I got off the phone with her, let her know he'd be home eventually, and then I started calling his phone, and that's when I knew there was something wrong, and the first phone went to voicemail, second phone went to voicemail, the third went to voicemail. And,
Do you know what time of day it was when you started calling Andrew on the 13th?
no, I don't know, it was early in the morning, no, it was probably, couldn't have been, I don't know, later than 10 AM, I have kids, I'm up early. So, and I don't know what time Christina was calling me, so it was early, it was in the morning, though, I know that.
And as you told us, it would be unusual for him not to answer your phone.
Exactly, absolutely unusual, or for him to not have a phone on.
Is that when you became concerned for him?
Yeah, that's when I became concerned.
What else do you begin to do to start looking for Andrew after these initial phone calls?
So then I just started like kind of panicking and freaking out a little bit. I don't even know what I did first. I know I got up and I was like, well, I don't know if I'm in contact with Alyssa that same day. I think I did. I think I called her. Everything's kind of like scrambled after that. I know I ended up in Georgetown. at some-
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Nancy, how fast is she talking?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell us how fast she's talking.
131 words a minute.
Okay, I'll stop.
Please, otherwise I have to give you a speaking traffic ticket.
Oh, okay.
It's been a long day, and Nancy's got to take down everything, and if you just slow down, breathe, enunciate, it'll make everybody's day go better. Thank you.
All right, so I asked you, what if anything else you did to look for Andrew after these initial calls on the 13th? What did you do, please?
Yeah, so I know I ended up in Georgetown at some point because his mom and his dad were there, the police were there, remember Latar was there, Alyssa was there. And I'm just like, okay, trying to figure out with everybody what's going on and trying to tell everybody what was going on the night before and see what was going on, you know, what was going on. And I asked the police officer, I don't know which one, I was like, can we look at the cameras? Like, and that officer at the time told me, unfortunately, they were facing the dumpsters for illegal dumping. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, whatever. And so I really don't know. I remember going, just trying to make phone calls and try to see where he could be at or who has heard from him or anything like that. But something, I don't know if it's that specific day or the next day, I just felt like squirrels like spirit almost telling me just don't worry about this or like take care of your kids, you know, this was a serious situation. And I do remember having somebody, I think, I don't know if it was Latar, somebody FaceTimed the guy that he was supposed to be with. And he got on the phone with me on that FaceTime when we were all in the office of Georgetown. And I was like, where's the girl? Or you know, wasn't he over there with you or whatever? And he's like, weren't you arguing with him? That's one thing I specifically remember him trying to say. And I'm like, what? How? Like, okay, because he was there with him over at Georgetown, I guess. I don't know. And how this house would you know I was arguing with him? And that wasn't even an argument technically. But, and then he asked me what my name was, and I was like, Mackenzie, because I had a mask on. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Slow down, slow down.
Okay, as I had a mask on, I remember it was like it was yesterday. Because it was COVID time around that time, and so I put my mask on and I said my name, and then from there, I just was like, I'm just gonna let them, you guys do whatever you do and pray and listen and see what people say, you know, just kind of back off or whatever, unless, you know, I was just, at that point, I didn't know what else to do.
All right. Your friend Andrew, you never saw after January 12th. Is that
Never seen
correct?
him again.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nicholson. How long had you known Andrew Watson prior to January of 21?
I've known him since I was about 23,
Okay, so that's several years, 15 years, something
Yeah.
around there.
if not longer.
And on the occasion, you remember, as you would have been January 12th of 21, you were invited over to Alyssa's residence?
That's correct.
And you had dinner with Alyssa and her kids at that time?
Yeah.
And did she bring up her relationship with Andrew Watson to you, or did you bring it up to her?
She brought it up to me.
And while you were getting ready to leave, did she essentially ask you to stay there to kind of watch her kids at that time?
I wasn't getting ready to leave. I wasn't getting ready to leave at that point, but when she was asking me about that. We
Okay,
were sitting on the couch and she said, should I call Scro? And I was like, girl, go ahead if you want to, because, you know, I know you want to, and I don't want to hear you guys going back and forth about that. So, yeah.
well, did there ever come a time where you felt like the reason you had been invited over there was that she might need a babysitter to kind of cover for her while she went to see him that night?
Oh, no,
So you never had that feeling toward her?
I think it was kind of a spontaneous thing, because we were just doing girl stuff, eating and stuff, and then she started talking about him and missing him or whatnot.
And you testified that she left somewhere around 9 o'clock that night to go pick him up?
Correct.
And then you spoke with her was it over the phone?
Yeah, over the phone, and I feel like I sent a text. I don't believe I have the same phone right now, but yes, because I was feeling like they were taking forever to come back. Are you talking about after she left?
Yes, after she
Yeah,
left.
yes, after she left.
Okay, and did she say where she was when you got a hold of her finally?
Yes, she was waiting at Speedway on a speeder.
So waiting to pick him up at?
Yeah, waiting for him. He went and parked the car in the neighborhood behind there to walk up, because he had a headlight out in that car at the time, so he couldn't drive it. It was a Chrysler.
And all right, so he walked to the Speedway to get a ride with her.
Yes,
And how long was it until Alyssa arrived back at her house?
from the time that she first left.
From the time that you called, that,
It was like a 10 to 15 minute window sometimes.
do you know which Speedway she was at, or?
Yes, Speedway on Cedar, not the one down by home. I guess I don't know exactly which one, but I know the house where his car was parked out behind there, so I could like physically show you, but the Speedway on Cedar, I guess I just don't technically know which one.
Okay, and did she live in the area around Georgetown, or is it did she live in that part of the city, Alyssa?
Yes, she lives in the complex right next door,
Okay, so if she had dropped him off at Georgetown, that's not a far drive to go back to her house.
not at all.
And then she arrived back at her residence, correct?
Correct.
Did she have any food from Applebee's at all?
No, she didn't, but I'm aware of her bringing him Applebee's, a charger and liquor.
Okay, did she do that? Did she stop back at the house and then go make a second trip to see him?
That didn't happen when I was there. I found out about that when I talked to her the following day.
Okay, so-
That when I left, she went back because I didn't give him the ride, so she loaded up her kid to go take Skrill what he needed, the Applebee's, the money, or not the money, sorry, the Applebee's, the charger.
But that's not something you observed, that was something you just heard about at a later date?
That's correct.
But after she got back, that was about the time that you left then?
Correct.
So are we talking about somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish?
Yes, yes.
And well, when did the FaceTime call? Was that when
Yeah,
as soon as she
said
got back?
9:30. I
One at
had-
a time and slow down, please.
Okay.
Okay, question again.
When did the FaceTime call take place?
It was after she got back, within like a 5 to 7 minute time range of her getting in the door from dropping him off, because I was getting the kids ready and I went upstairs, because I had something upstairs. I don't know if it was, it wasn't a big bag. It was like
Okay,
pretty-
but he called you, not
Yeah,
Alyssa.
Yeah,
correct?
he called me, he FaceTimed me,
And he knew that you were at Alyssa's place?
correct.
And he essentially wanted you to go assist Alyssa in dropping off a vehicle, correct?
He wanted me to follow Alyssa to Georgetown to drop off her vehicle, so he wasn't stranded over there without a vehicle.
Okay, but rather than calling Alyssa, for instance. But you said Alyssa lived right nearby, correct?
Yeah,
So Alyssa, is it walking distance? I guess, how would you?
no, not quite walking distance. What is the apartment complex? It's 900 West is what it was, I think then, do you know?
That's where Alyssa lives? or used to live in 21?
Yeah, but I think they've switched the name of the complex now, not Edgewood, but other than that one that was right there.
Okay,
You know, so there's Georgetown way down around the bend of Edgewood. And then if you're coming up towards Washington, then there's the Edgewood, and then the further one right there was 900 West, she lived there, so not Marquis.
okay, but he didn't want to give you any money for gas or anything? for
He
your
would have
time?
given me money for gas, but he said, I'm not giving you anything, because that's just the nature of our relationship, just,
Okay, but you were not in the mood at that point with your
Yeah.
young kids?
yeah, I felt like I did enough for the night, I had already been ready to go home.
And, okay, so when you left, Alyssa was home with her three children by herself at that point when you left?
That's correct.
How, was Alyssa on the FaceTime call at all when you spoke with him, or was it just solely you?
It was just,
So she
It was
was,
just what?
it was just me.
so was Alyssa aware that you spoke to him over
Yes.
FaceTime?
Yeah.
Was she in the next room? Or,
I think she was standing like in the hallway or the doorway of her room.
okay, so
Because the
she,
kids were running around, he was calling me, I was trying to get stuff and I'm talking to him. And so she was aware of the call, yes.
all right, so she could
'Cause
hear,
that's why she ended up going and loading up all our kids and doing that.
she could hear that you were talking to him.
Yes. I think. You have to ask her that.
Well, why do you think she could hear?
Because I was in her bedroom, but I just can't recall whether she was standing right next to me or if she was like in the doorway or whatever. I'm just trying to go back to that.
So based on the circumstance, the distance, all of that,
Yeah.
that's where, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Based on your conversation with Andrew Watson, did he seem like he was concerned or worried about his card game that night?
About his what?
His card game that he was playing? Well, you FaceTimed him while he was in the middle of playing poker, correct?
No, I wasn't aware that he was playing poker at that time. He
Oh,
had just got there. So I don't know if the gambling had started then at that point or what, but I know that he went there to play poker. You know, and I only knew that because of Alyssa.
okay, did you see anybody else in the location, or did you just see his face from the FaceTime?
No, I just saw his face.
Okay. But he didn't express to you any fear or apprehension of the person he was playing cards with?
Well, I knew that he had got into a conversation with the defendant on the phone on the way back, like, I guess, when I was still at the house.
Okay, but
watching the kids.
that was not a conversation involving you, correct? That was what you heard from somebody else, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm just asking, when you were on the FaceTime with him, did he give you any indication that he was upset with or apprehensive of?
The indication was I need a vehicle, like, I
Okay.
knew the vibes,
So-
like, he didn't. I could tell that he was uncomfortable with not having a vehicle. Like, he's never without a vehicle, so, but he didn't express like, oh.
Well,
you're-
what happened to his vehicle?
The one that he parked behind Speedway, he had a headlight out, so he didn't want to be driving around and get pulled over.
Do you know
with.
what happened to that vehicle or not?
What do you mean?
Well,
Why
you said it's
headlight out?
broken, yeah.
It
Why,
was,
why the what? You guys are talking at the same time?
yeah,
You stated that his vehicle's headlight was broken, correct?
correct, it was out, the light was
Did
out.
you see what happened to it or not?
I have seen that car with the headlight out, but if you're asking that specific night,
Well, how long had it been broken?
it wasn't broken, the light was out, the headlight was missing. Whatever.
Okay.
Or needed the bulb replaced. I'm not sure how long it had been out, but, and the only reason, he had a Durango prior to that, but he had totaled that on like Saginaw, so he didn't have a vehicle to just move around with that particular
Okay,
night,
so-
that's why he needed the ride.
His Durango had been totaled,
Yes,
and you think it was just a bulb that was not working in the Chrysler 300 was the problem?
Correct. Obviously, because he drove from home to there to park the car, so it was still mobile.
But did you ever see the car in that condition or not?
That night,
Yeah,
not that night.
okay,
The next day I did go see the car still there.
all right, no further questions at this time.
Redirect,
Thank you. I have no redirect, Your Honor.
may this witness be released from subpoena.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you are now released from subpoena. Thank you for your time and testimony. You cannot discuss your testimony with any witness in the pendency of this matter, but you also can now watch the case on Zoom or in the courtroom, but you can't discuss any of this testimony. Do you understand? When the case is over, you can talk to whomever you wish. Thank you. Next witness.
All right, thank you. People call Nikki Robinson to the witness stand.
Good afternoon. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Thank you.
I
Raise your hand.
didn't, what was your answer?
I did.
Please state from the chair right up to the microphone. I need your cheerleader voice, okay?
Okay.
Your team's winning and you're all excited. That's the voice I need. You can't be too loud, but you can't be too soft. You are really soft, okay?
Okay.
Okay, pull the chair right up so you can sit comfortably into it. Can you sit back in your chair? Yep, and then pull it up. Okay. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Nikki Robinson, NIKKIROBISO.
And I need you to use words that can be found in the dictionary. So if you say, we're gonna ask you if that's a yes, even though we might understand that the court reporter can only take down words. If you hear an objection, do not answer the question until I've made a ruling as to whether or not you can. And please let counsel finish before you jump in and answer. So we only have one person talking at a time. Do you understand? All right, need a break? Let me know. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Miss. It's Robinson, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So our last witness spoke very quickly and you speak very softly. So to help the court reporter out, if you could speak as if you're speaking to somebody in the back of the room, please, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Robinson, how old are you, please?
I am 43.
Ms. Robinson, my understanding is that you work for the state of Michigan, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been working for the state of Michigan?
12 years.
12 years, okay. I want to direct your attention, please, to January of 2021. Were you a resident of the city of Lansing in 2021?
Yes, sir.
And in January of 2021, did you know a person by the name of Andrew Watson II?
Yes, sir.
And how long, kind of a different relationship with Andrew, but how long had you actually known Andrew, please?
I first met Andrew when we were about 7.
Little kids?
Yes, sir.
And where did you meet Andrew when you were 7?
He was one of the neighborhood children.
What was your relationship with Andrew when you were little kids running around the neighborhood in
He was
Lansing?
my friend.
How long did your childhood friendship last with Andrew Watson?
I would say until we were about 14, 15.
What neighborhood did you grow up in Lansing with Andrew Watson?
It's a neighborhood off of Miller Road.
And that's within the city of Lansing?
Yes, sir.
When you knew Andrew as a little kid, did you have a nickname that you referred to him as?
Yes.
And what is that, please?
Bubba.
All right. After the age of 14, Ms. Robinson, did you lose touch with your friend, your childhood friend, Andrew Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Andrew Watson?
Yes.
All right. Did there come a time in October of 2020 that you actually reconnected with Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Was that on purpose or initially by accident?
It was by accident.
Tell us about how you reconnected with Andrew, please.
I was with a friend and we just went to a girl's house and he was there.
When you went to the girl's house, where was that house located?
In Georgetown.
And do you know whose house you were going to that day?
No, sir.
All right. Tell us what happened when you ran into Andrew. How did you recognize him and what was the reunion like?
Well, he said, Nikki, don't you remember me? And I said, no, because it's been so long. And he said, it's Andrew. And
But as soon as he said Bubba, and I looked and it just jotted a memory.
All right. So after you ran into Andrew in October of 2020, did you two rekindle some sort of friendship together?
We did.
The nature of that friendship, was it romantic in any way?
No, sir.
Just a friendship?
Mm,
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Andrew was reported missing as of January 16th of 2021. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, I want to talk about when you first found out that Andrew had been reported missing, and then we're going to talk about the time in between your reunion and that, okay? How did you first find out that Andrew had been reported missing? Or was missing, I should say?
Well, I found out through mutual friends and we all called his phone.
The mutual friends that you found out that Andrew was missing through, what mutual friend was that?
Mackenzie and Alyssa.
Mackenzie, was that the person you maybe just crossed paths with in the hallway?
Yes, sir.
What was your relationship to Mackenzie in January of 2021?
She was my friend.
How long had you and Mackenzie known one another prior to that?
Excuse me, if I took a guess, probably 14 years.
Did you and Mackenzie do things or socialize together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you guys were good friends?
Yes.
And did you know that she was friends with Andrew too?
Yes, sir. She referred to him as another nickname, so that's why it was a bit of a surprise. Because if you knew Bubba as children, we called him Bubba. But as he got older, I guess he gained a couple other nicknames.
All right, so she referred to him maybe as Skrill,
Yes, sir.
and you didn't know Skrill was Bubba. All right. So Mackenzie reached out to you, and did Mackenzie provide you some information that Andrew had been missing?
Yes, sir.
All right. What, if anything, did you do to try and help out and locate Andrew, please?
I would proceed to call, I want to say he had 2 phones.
All right. And any response when you called his phones?
No, sir.
Did you know a person by the name of Alyssa Ryan at that point in time?
Yes, sir.
All right. How did you know Alyssa Ryan, please?
Through Mackenzie.
All right. At any point in time, did you speak to Alyssa after Andrew had disappeared?
Yes, sir.
Tell us how you reached out to Alyssa, or how she reached out to you.
We called each other, and they mentioned that he wasn't answering his phone.
All right. So I want to talk to you today specifically about something that happened before the time that Andrew disappeared about a month earlier. And before I do that, I want to just ask you this. Did Alyssa and Mackenzie provide you with some information about where Andrew was last seen and with who?
Yes, sir. I heard he was last seen in Georgetown.
And did Mackenzie or Alyssa provide you, without telling me what that was, did they provide you some information with who he might have been with at Georgetown, what that person's name was?
Mhm.
Okay. So we are at the point in the story where you said, and you had had a loss or a couple of losses. Andrew reached out to you and wanted to visit over at your house. Is that right?
Yes,
Came over, you had a beer together and you spent some time. Is that correct?
yes, sir.
What was that interaction like? Was it a good interaction with Andrew?
Oh, yes,
All right.
always.
You also described for us that during that interaction, he said that he had some errands that he needed to run. Is that accurate, ma'am?
Yes,
Do you recall, was this in the afternoon or the evening when he said he had to run those errands?
it was the evening.
Was it light or dark outside?
It was dark outside.
All right, so this was December 6, 2020, so just about a month before Andrew disappeared, correct?
Yes,
All right, so did you agree to go with Andrew on these errands that he was doing?
I did.
All right, and who was driving that day?
Andrew.
All right, and do you know what kind of car Andrew was driving that day? If you remember? I know it was 5 years ago.
I know, it was a nice one with, I want to say a leather interior.
All right, so Andrew was the driver though?
Yes,
You got into a car with him?
yes, sir.
All right, can you tell the jury where was the first place that you went that day?
We went to Panera.
And why did you go to Panera?
He said he was hungry.
All right, and did you actually go inside of Panera that day?
No, sir.
Okay, tell us what you did when you got to Panera.
We drove up, he got a minestrone soup.
Okay, you can remember that?
I can, I don't know why.
Sure, and then where did you guys eat your food?
I didn't get any, he just got some and we pulled off to the side and he ate it.
At the Panera in the parking lot?
Yes, sir.
Did you guys have a conversation while you were at the Panera parking lot?
We did.
And
He was being very supportive of what I was going through.
how would you describe that conversation that you had with Andrew?
He was just telling me, giving me good advice of how to, keep my mind busy, so it's very emotional. And just giving me helpful
Sure.
advice.
How would you describe Andrew as a person?
He was very uplifting, a good friend. He would give you the shirt off of his back if you needed it.
All right, so you spent some time at the Panera, he had some minestrone soup and you talked, he gave you some good information, is that all accurate?
Yes, sir.
Did you continue on with Andrew's errands that day?
Yes, sir.
Where was the next place that you went to?
We went to the bank. He needed to withdraw some money.
Do you know where that bank was located, please?
Possibly Case Credit Union?
You know where that's located in the city though, like what street?
Pennsylvania?
And how did he go about going through the bank? Did he go through a drive-through?
He did.
And did he withdraw some money?
He did.
All right, what happened after the bank? Where did you go next, please?
He said he needed to meet up with someone.
All right, did he tell you who he was meeting up with?
Unk.
Sorry, I talked over you. He said he had an intention to meet up with someone, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And who did he intend to meet up with at that point?
He said a friend.
Okay, did he give that friend's name?
Yes, he said Unk.
And as we discussed this event, when Mackenzie and Alyssa told you about someone named Unk, is this sort of the name that jarred your memory about these two incidents?
Yes, sir.
All right. So after he said he was going to meet up with Unk, where exactly did you and Andrew go next, please?
We went to Vincent Court.
Is Vincent Court located in the city of Lansing?
Yes, sir.
When you got to Vincent Court, where exactly did you go at Vincent Court?
It was the second drive to the right.
What was
Or
the,
parking lot.
sure, I'm sorry, what did you say?
It was the second parking lot to the right.
Second parking lot to the right. What's located over at Vincent Court?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's located at Vincent Court for those of us who don't know it?
Oh, apartment building.
Okay. So you went to apartment buildings on Vincent Court and you went to the second drive on the right, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And did the car come to a stop at some point in time?
Yes, sir.
Where did the car come to a stop?
In the parking lot.
What exactly did you observe next?
He got out of the car. He said he will be right back, and he jumped into a Suburban.
The Suburban that you observed, where was it located, please?
It was back into a parking spot.
Where was Andrew's car in relationship to this Suburban car?
right next to it.
When you say it was a Suburban, what about what you observed led you to believe it was a Suburban? Was it the style, or did you specifically see a logo on the vehicle?
I did not see it. It was the style.
Can you describe what that style is that a Suburban means to you, please?
A longer car or truck, dark with tinted windows.
Was it an SUV type of vehicle?
Yes,
Were you able to tell us exactly what the color was?
no, sir, it was dark.
When you say it was dark outside, or the car was dark?
I didn't see in the car, the outside was dark.
All right. And it had tinted windows, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What was the lighting like when you got to Vincent Court that night and you pulled up next to this vehicle, this Suburban style vehicle that was in the lot? What was the lighting like outside?
It wasn't too well lit, but lit enough to see that it was a darker car.
All right. Did Andrew say how long he intended to go into the car for?
Yes,
How long did he say he intended to go
he
in?
said, I'll be right back.
Did he say why he was going into the car?
Because he owed money, maybe something to do with money.
Who owed money to who?
I think uncle him money.
All right, just one moment, please, okay?
Okay,
So you were interviewed by Detective Osborne, who's now Detective Lowe. You were interviewed by Detective Osborne, is that correct?
yes,
And when you were interviewed by Detective Osborne on August 5th of 2022, ma'am, was the incident just a little bit fresher in your mind at that time?
yes, sir.
Not a whole bunch of people staring at you while you recounted the information? Did you provide Officer Lowe with, or Detective Lowe with accurate information about the events of that day?
Yes, sir.
If I showed you a copy of the police report, would that refresh your memory as to what you said about who owed whom money that day?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna approach you with a copy of your police report. And I got a little underlined portion right here. I want you to just read that to yourself silently, and then you let me know. You let me know when you're done reading that portion, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was.
Okay, well, I'm just gotta do it procedurally correct, okay? Did you read that, ma'am?
Yes,
All right, and does that refresh your memory as to what you told Detective Osborne during your interview about who owed who money?
yes, it does.
What is it? What does that refresh your memory today?
That someone owed him money.
Someone owed Andrew money?
Yes,
The person that you previously described as uncle, correct?
yes,
Okay. So Andrew got out of the car, and did he get into the car?
yes, he did.
Tell us what happened when he got into the car that day.
I heard arguing.
When you heard arguing, please describe exactly what it was that you heard that led you to conclude it was arguing.
I did not hear words, but I did hear because the, Bubba's radio was up a little, but because the window was cracked, I heard loud arguing.
Where was that loud arguing coming from?
The Suburban,
Did you hear one voice arguing or two voices arguing?
two.
When you heard the voices,
Well-
go ahead, explain what you're gonna say.
Yes, it was two.
Okay, is there something you want to add to that? What do you want to add? All right. Well, did it sound like one person yelling at another person, or two people yelling at each other, or you describe it for me?
I didn't hear Bubba's voice as much.
All right. And again, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Did it hear like someone yelling at Bubba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How loud was that voice that you heard yelling at Bubba?
Loud enough to hear it, but I did not hear words.
Could you hear anything that was being said inside of the vehicle?
No, sir.
So how long after Andrew got into the car did you hear this arguing start? Was it immediately, or did it take you some time?
Almost immediately.
How long did Andrew remain in the car that particular evening?
I would say about a half an hour.
Half an hour? Did that surprise you?
Yes, sir.
How long did the arguing continue during that time?
Almost the whole time.
Almost the whole time. So he said it was going to take 5 minutes But it took 30 minutes, correct?
Yes,
And during that period of time, there was arguing the whole time in the manner that you described? Is that right?
yes,
Okay. How did you feel about that?
it made me a little uncomfortable
Why?
because we were supposed to be in and out, or meeting with him,
Sure. How did the arguing make you feel?
uncomfortable.
Okay. Did there come a time when Andrew got out of the car? You have to answer me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you able to see what this person looked like inside of the vehicle that day?
No, sir.
So you can't make an identification, just the name Unk, correct?
Yes,
All right. Andrew got out of the vehicle. Where did Andrew go when he got out of the vehicle?
he came right back to his car.
Did he get into the car?
Yes, sir.
What did you observe about Andrew's demeanor when he got into the car? How was he acting?
Very timid.
When you say he was very timid, what did you observe that led you to believe he was acting timidly?
I really just remember him wearing a hat and he took it off and wiped his head and he said, Uncle's tripping.
Took the hat off and he wiped his head like he was sweating,
Yes,
and he said Unk is tripping?
yes,
How many times did he say that? Just once at that
a
point?
couple.
Couple times? All right. So tell us exactly what happened next after Andrew got into the car, please, Ms. Robeson.
He said we need to follow him. But the person in the Suburban sped up quite fast.
Well, let's take it step by step. Did you both back up out of your spots? Or pull
Yes,
out of-
sir.
Okay.
He did first, or the Suburban did first.
And then what did Andrew do after Suburban backed up?
He proceeded to follow him out of the parking lot.
Did you leave the Vincent Court area apartments?
Yes, sir.
And what road did you get onto, if you know?
Martin Luther.
How far did you travel on Martin Luther King following the Suburban in front of you?
A block.
What happened next?
I said, Bubba, I do not feel comfortable. I need to go home now
Why did you say that?
because I felt uncomfortable.
Why, I mean, why? Why did you feel uncomfortable? What about this? I understand, but I need to have the jury understand your feelings. Why did you feel uncomfortable about this?
I had my instincts said, get out of here.
All right. How far were you from your own home at this point in time?
A couple miles.
Okay. What did Andrew say when you said,
He said we just need to follow him. And I said, initially, and I said, I said, I need to go home. I
okay,
need to be home.
all right, what happened next? What did you see the Suburban do though, please?
Speed down the road.
All right, did the Suburban stay on one street or did the Suburban go to another location as you were driving? Meaning, did the Suburban turn off or did it continue on the street before you guys left to go home?
It continued down.
And did Andrew stop driving behind that car?
Yes,
And then where did he take
he
you?
turned around and took me right home.
All right. Did Andrew, what was his demeanor when he was following the car that night and and you said that to him? What was Andrew acting like at that point in time?
Physically a little shaken.
Visibly a little shaken? Did he say anything to you at that point in time?
I just remember him saying, Uncle Street.
All right. Did Andrew take you home at that time? Andy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Andrew was last seen on January 12th of 2010. How long prior to that did you see Andrew for the last time?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. And where did you last see Andrew, please?
We were at a birthday party.
Do you know where you're at a birthday party?
Yes, sir.
Where were you at a birthday party?
It was Alyssa's birthday.
You know where Alyssa lived at the time?
Yes, sir.
Where's that?
Silverstone.
Silverstone. Where is that in relationship to Georgetown? Please?
Right down.
All right. You had started this new friendship with Andrew. After Andrew disappeared on the 12th of January, have you ever heard from Andrew Watson again, ma'am?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen Andrew Watson again?
No, sir.
And it's been 5 years now, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any further questions.
Travis.
When did you first, what month was it when you first reconnected with Andrew Watson?
And it was October of 2020.
Okay, so. And then this December incident was 2 months later, essentially, at that time?
Yes,
And how frequently in between those 2 dates did the two of you see each other?
oh, a good handful. If I was to put a number, maybe 5 or 6 times.
Okay, and then after the December 6th date, you saw him only one time after that? Is that,
Yes,
okay, what, do you remember roughly when Alyssa's birthday is?
2 times.
2 times, okay.
Yes.
So you didn't cut off contact after this incident with Andrew?
Oh,
Okay.
no,
You stated as part of, were you under some type of time crunch on that evening that you wanted to get home quicker?
yes.
Okay, and what was that?
I just came back from going to California, so I wanted to go home and see my children.
And were they being dropped off in a fairly short period of time?
Yes,
And then you were running a few errands with Andrew before they were supposed to get there, is that correct? And so going over your trip, first you go to Panera and he gets a cup of soup, right? Is that
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yes, okay. But then you go to the bank, right?
yes,
And he's withdrawing money from the bank, correct?
yes, sir.
And did you get a look at all of what he was withdrawing?
No, sir.
So would you have seen anything, like was it one bill or several bills or just nothing at all?
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
Okay, but you just knew that he was withdrawing money from the
Yes,
bank.
sir.
Did he go inside the bank or was this kind of an ATM?
It was the ATM, it was after hours.
So he withdraws money and then goes to meet this person that he referred to as Unc.
Yes, sir.
And the two of them are in a discussion for roughly a half hour, is your testimony?
Roughly, yes, sir.
And when Andrew returned to the vehicle, do you know, was he still in possession of that money that he got out of the bank?
I don't know that.
Okay. Is it possible that he was going there to, pay off Unc, or are you positive that he told you that Unc was paying off him? You know 100% one way or the other?
Well, objection, Your Honor. Her memory was refreshed. She indicated on direct that he was going to collect money from Unc. So otherwise it would be speculation. Some other theory here would simply be speculation. This is what she observed and testified to.
I'm simply asking if she's 100% sure of that, or if it's possible that she was mistaken when she made that statement 5 years ago.
Can you answer the question, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
What's your answer? Are you certain or not?
Yes, I am.
You're certain, okay. Did you have any contact with Andrew at all in the month of January and the days leading up to his disappearance?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Did you have contact with him in the days like in January leading up to his disappearance?
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you remember roughly what was the last date that you had contact with him?
It might have been a week or 2 prior,
Okay.
but I don't know the exact date.
All right. And when you first met up with him, it was through your friend Mackenzie?
Yes, sir.
And how long had you been friends with Mackenzie?
For, at that time, approximately 14 years.
And you never came across who you refer to as Bubba in that entire time?
No, sir.
When Andrew's meeting with this other person, started going on and on, were you getting irritated at all at Andrew for taking so long when you wanted to get home?
I was becoming a little anxious because I've been out of the state for a week, so
Okay.
I wanted to go home.
And you wanted to get home, and he was taking longer than he promised, essentially.
Yes, sir.
Was there a time when you're going to leave that this other vehicle was following Andrew, or was just Andrew following him?
We followed him out of the party.
And do you know the purpose of why you were following this person?
He said I need to go with him somewhere.
Okay, so after their 30-minute conversation, he wanted to follow him somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's when you had enough and wanted to go home?
Yes, sir.
And then he respected that wish and took you home at that point?
Yes.
And then, do you have any idea what Andrew did after dropping you off that
No,
night?
sir.
Okay. And how did you find out that Andrew was missing?
Through Mackenzie.
Okay,
Alyssa.
Mackenzie and Alyssa.
Yes, sir.
And did you participate in trying to track him down at that point?
Yes, sir. We put our brains together and was thinking, what can we do?
Did you know any of Andrew's other friends, or was it pretty much limited to those two?
That was basically limited to those.
No further questions at this time, Jan. Thank you.
Redirect.
Thank you, Fred. So Mr. Goodrich just referred to this as a 30-minute conversation. What this was 30 minutes of yelling. Isn't that right, ma'am? Yeah, yelling that you could hear from one SUV into Andrew's car. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
With the radio on, correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Nothing further.
May this witness be released from subpoena.
Yes, John.
Thank you very much for your time and testimony. Please do not discuss your testimony with any other witness during the pendency of this trial. You may now watch it, but you cannot discuss your testimony or theirs. After the trial's over, you can talk about whomever you wish. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Right, can we approach, please?
All right, we are concluded for today. We will resume tomorrow at 9 a.m. Remember, no research, take some jury stickers, relax, no homework. We'll see you in the morning. Thank you.
All rise.
Binders in there, guys.
Are there any matters we need to address?
Yes, there is, Your Honor, but we can do it in the morning. Whatever, if you're exhausted, we can do it tomorrow, but
It doesn't matter to me.
thank you. Yes, please, thank you. I'm sorry. One very incidental matter we want to put on the record, I shared with counsel. So over the lunch hour, my paralegal, Ms. Corso, was coming back from lunch at Wendy's. Someone walked up to her, was this down in the lobby downstairs, walked up to her and said, "Where is the nearest Wendy's?" To which Ms. Corso said, "Up on Kalamazoo," and the person said, "I figured I'd ask you because you're on the jury with me." And then she said, then kind of the juror looked at her and she said, "Oh, you're the clerk." to which Ms. Corso was silent and continued to be silent, and the interaction stopped. So it was a very incidental interaction with a juror that no prejudice appears to have occurred on either side. Nothing was discussed with the case. We want to be transparent, shared it with counsel. I don't think they have an objection.
Sounds rather benign.
Court would agree.
It does happen from time to time.
All right, I'll see you in the morning at 9. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all for the record.